visit, and for more information, go to targetfieldevents.com.
This is manager Derek Shelton. The lineup card is completed, my guys are ready, and it's time for Twins baseball.
This ball crushed. Base of the wall, and see you later. Home run. Ryan Jeffers with a 3-run shot to left center.
Back, track, out of here. Luke Keeshaw's first of the year.
Swung on a miss, he struck him out. That's number 10 for Tajcraft. Bradley has been brilliant.
It's that ball high in the air. Right field might have a chance. Get up, and out of here. Josh Bell's third of the year.
Swung on and pulled to the right side. Blue for a base hit. Looks Lee, how about it? And it's 3-1 Minnesota Twins.
Twins baseball is brought to you by Target, proud partner of the Minnesota Twins. Now let's
It is a warm, sticky Sunday afternoon as we prepare for first pitch from downtown Minneapolis and Target Field. Good afternoon, everybody, as we take the baton from Gino's pregame lineup card. That was on the heels of John Vitas and Mark Hallberg with Inside Twins. A full day of Twins baseball, and the best part is just
all your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Eldridge has been in the middle of two of the Giants' rallies. Drills one to center. McCarthy going back at the wall. Gone! Booming power from Bryce Eldridge into the trees. 453 feet.
Did I say doing damage?
He's doing damage.
Doing damage. 450 feet. Say hello to the trees. That one's off in the woods. 108 off the bat.
Squirrels looking for the ball right now.
Most valuable protein milk. What do you think, Ken? Hey, save a glass for me. Kemp's Protein Plus Milk. Kemp's, it's the cows.
Pros know a thing or two about how to get the toughest messes clean. That's why they've long trusted cleaning products from Ecolab for their businesses. And now, that level of clean is available for your home at the Home Depot. Introducing Ecolab Scientific Clean, a full line of pro-grade cleaning products for all your home's needs. So you can clean like you mean business. Now available exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Target Field has a lineup stacked with deals. Leading off, Tuesday is $1 a Dog Day. Kick your weekend into gear with Friday pregame happy hour. Fridays and Saturdays feature pregame $2 beers or every home game if you're a My Twins member. Sundays bring the 3 most magical words kids can hear: free ice cream. And don't forget the value stands throughout the ballpark. That's an all-star lineup that delivers deals all season long. Because when it comes to ballpark value, there's no place like here. Get your tickets at twins.com.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Hey, welcome back to Minnesota Twins baseball. Twins trying to even the series at 2 games apiece. Connor Prelip, left-hander, making his ninth start, 2-3 on the year. will toe the rubber for the Twins. It'll be Noah Cameron, 2-4, making his 12th start for the Kansas City Royals. Give you the rest of the starting lineups, but first, here's our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket.
You've got to be very careful where you're going because you might not get there. But how exactly can you go from a yogi to a king to perfectos, the old professor, and pint talk? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
The rule was, can't be more than 18 inches of pine tar. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, Brett is out. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Bats 8th, plays second base. Catching and batting ninth will be Alex Jackson. Connor Prelip making his 9th start. 2 wins, 3 losses on the mound for your Minnesota Twins. First time he has faced the Kansas City Royals. Umpire calling balls and strikes. It'll be Shane Livensparger. Dan Merzel will be at first base. Crew Chief Dan Bellino, the umpire at second base. And Mark Rippiger, the umpire at third base. Always on Sunday, kids come out. Go to the respective positions. Players come out, maybe sign an autograph for them, get to meet them a little bit, and then they will take off the field. We got this one underway. Prelip with his warm-up pitches. Get you started. Here's Chris Atterbury.
Yeah, it's a great tradition, and the kids are out there meeting some of their heroes right now. This series with the Royals brought to you by Royal Credit Union, where people matter and financial well-being comes first. Learn more at rcu.org. I love the idea that somewhere out there is an adult with probably, hopefully, a family of their own who has a story about running out to left field and getting to meet you before a game at the Metrodome. I know they're out there. There's a bunch of them out there, and I think it would be pretty cool to hear from
those
them.
Sundays, they started to incorporate that, yes. But, it's one of those things that, how do you get invited to be that kid?
Kid gets out there,
yes.
And the left fielder says, you're going to have to sign this NDA.
Well, first of all, the kids might say, hey, Dad, where's left field?
You might look out there, and all 3 outfield kids are around Puckett and center. God. Danny's alone in left field. It's a great tradition, and the kids racing back off the field and making way for Connor Prelip now and the Twins. We know he's got a good slider, Danny. He's going to need it early because first-inning runs have been a big part of this home stretch. Twins have given up first-inning runs in 4 straight games. And on the other side of that coin, the Royals, starting this trend in Cincinnati, they've scored 10 first-inning runs over their last 6 games.
Yeah, so they're a team, and we've seen it in this series here. They'll score early, sit around, and then the last couple games they've scored late to win the ball games.
But the way the Twins' offense has been fighting it a bit, you can't afford to stake him to that big early lead. We'll see what Prelip can do early against Lane Thomas, Bobby Witt Jr., and Michael Garcia. No Sal Perez. Took one off the finger yesterday, maybe the fingernail, and Sal Perez not in the lineup. Jack Caglione left with a right shoulder soreness situation. He's not in the lineup either. Thomas bats right-handed, probably would have been in there anyway against the lefty Prelip, and he swings and misses. And we are underway with a first pitch fastball strike. Fastball at 94, and the count is 0-1. Derek Shelton peppered with questions about Prelip, knowing that he just hasn't thrown a ton of innings in his minor league career. Worked on regular rest for a full season as a pitch wide, 1-1. And he was asked, will it mean he comes out of games earlier, that he gets pushed back more often? And Shelty was very blunt. He said probably both, all of the above and some other stuff we haven't even thought of yet. As the 1-1 stays just wide. That was a slider that didn't come all the way back. 2-1.
Chris, I think what mostly goes into it is his quality of pitches, his competitiveness out there on the mound.
If he can maintain the crispness in his stuff, he'll be out there. As this ball popped up, good pitch. Catcher loses the headgear. That's Jackson. A couple of steps now shifting towards the umpire like the jitterbugging down there. And Alex makes the catch. Jackson keeping his eyes on the ball that was straight up the old chimney, and the home plate umpire, Shane Livensbarger, was kind of shadowing him. Jackson a step left, Livensbarger a step right. 2 steps right, 2 steps left. A little dance number in the dirt behind home plate equals out number 1. Now here's Witt. Bobby Witt Jr., what a player, and really still hasn't found his stride offensively for the season as he takes a strike. Gino mentioned he joined a club of folks with 400 or more runs batted in and 150 or more stolen bases before turning 26. Did that with what proved to be the game-winning RBI last night, and he hits this ball high in the air to right field. Martin drifts over near the chalk and makes the catch, and there are 2 out. That list, which goes back to 1920, includes Mike Trout, Ronald Acuna, a couple MVPs there, Ben Chapman, and Cesar Cedeno. And
you said Ben Chapman?
Ben Chapman. Michael Garcia is now the hitter. Garcia making his first start in the field since incurring a hamstring injury earlier on the trip. He takes high, 1-0. We've seen him pinch hit. We've seen him DH, but he's going to play third today. Pitch is wide, and the count is 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. This one off the hands. Little pop-up back of first base. Lewis chasing it down the right field line. It's foul. Martin in to pick it up, and the count 2-1. Well, Royce jumped right into the deep end of the first base pool yesterday. They were holding runners. They had bunt plays on. They had all sorts of action. Making his first start at first base. And again, talking with Justin Morneau about Royce, he said, look, he's athletic. He can take to it. He'll be fine. He's going to be good. Twins getting full complement of right-handed bats on the infield against Cameron today with the switch hitting Lee, then Arcia, Keyshaw, and Lewis. 2 balls and a strike, and it's on the way, and it's wide, 3-1. And so much of the hand-wringing about who's playing where and everything, Danny, that sorts itself out when guys hit. If you're hitting and the offense is humming, it all works itself out.
Your offense is going to get you in the lineup. Your defense is going to keep you in the lineup.
Yeah, very well said. 3-1. That's a strike. Home plate umpire Shane Livensbarger had the count wrong. He started to pull the paper. And then halfway through his move, he realized, oh, that's not strike 3. Good fastball down in the zone. Payoff here. Let's get that little 1-2-3 in the books. Jackson sets up in. Pitch stays away, and it's ball 4, and he walks Garcia. So dreams of the 1-2-3 inning disappear with a slider that doesn't come all the way back. Garcia, again, a little ginger running. He is typically a quick twitch guy, loves to run. And I would think the running game portion, may take a little time to get back into play for Garcia. Thrilled to have him back in the lineup and defensively at third. Here's Marte. And the veteran Marte takes in 1 ball, no strikes. At-bats have been tough to get for Starling Marte, a two-time All-Star, Gold Glove winner. Primarily with the Pirates and the Mets. Big hole on the right side. 2 outs, 1 on. And the pitch from Prelip swung through. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marte appearing in just his 29th game, 62 at-bats, hitting .258. 20 punch-outs, just 4 walks. Grounds this one foul at the third base line, 1-2.
We always talk about Prelip and the slider that he likes to throw down and into the right-handed batters. I'm seeing early in this ballgame a lot of change-ups and a good one. It's got action down and away.
Looks at first base. Now time called. He's been pairing that changeup away with trying to backdoor the slider away. So he's put it out in that kind of same location, different movement pattern. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not going from first. And the pitch just swung on a miss, and that's the inning. So Marte swings through a curveball. Another breaking offering. It's the first strikeout for Prelip, who turns him aside without a run in the opening frame. No runs, no hits. There were no errors and 1 man left for Kansas City. We will keep it right here at Target.
Who leads back to the warning track, jumps and makes the catch over the shoulder.
Blake Dunn going back, leaps at the wall, and he brought it in. He robs a homer. Dunn gathers, Olsen digging for 2. Throw there, good one by Dunn. Tag, he's out. He robs a homer, 1 AP, and he guns down Olsen. Grady at second on the next. Ward on the move with the dive, and he makes the catch. Coming hard, diving catch by Schneemann. Varsho back, he's got it. Backing up Sajacy, nice play, 360 spin and a point. Back up the middle, Nunez will be able to tag the runner and then throw to first. Bounce to second, Steer, tough play to his right, smooth, there, pops to his feet. Is a leaping catch. How about the hops on Vladdy? Diving attempt and a catch by Varsho.
Diving is Freeman, and he got it.
To first, Torque at the line, slides into position and sends us to bonus baseball.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
But Mizorowski just keeps throwing harder and harder and harder. And he keeps getting a whole bunch of outs. Noah Cameron probably not going to throw 103 today. The big lefty from St. Joe, Missouri, though, has been a highly effective pitcher, especially first time through the order. First time through the order, he has been really, really good. Second time through the order, struggles a little bit. First pitch to Austin Martin is up top for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Teams hit a .154 against Cameron first time through. After that, they hit over 300, 312. 1-0, in for a strike, and the count 1-1. Martin's had the best success against Cameron, and it's limited because Cameron has been really stingy against Minnesota. 1-1 is a changeup strike, 1-2. Austin's 3 for 5 against him, but in 3 prior outings against the Minnesota Twins, he has been outstanding. Pitch on the way, and it's down and away, and the count is 2-2.
Yeah, one thing about Cameron, what he does, he's one of the quickest guys in getting the ball back and getting on the mound and delivering it.
Not quite Mark Burley, but close, right?
Very close. Likes to get in that little rhythm, little tempo.
2-2, and that's in there for a called strike 3. But it was a curveball, and Austin watched it right into the glove, bottom of the zone, and that's strikeout number 1 for Cameron. And we talk about it all the time as Brooks Lee steps in. When you have guys with great rhythm who are effective like that, to break the rhythm, you got to get on base. Get on base and change things up, right?
It used to be you could step out and make him wait on you.
First pitch to Lee is high. 1 ball, no strikes. That changeup missed. Brooks 1 for his last 22. The 1 was a big home run. The 1-0 has popped up. There's a changeup into shallow right field. The speedy Tolbert is in, and he makes the catch, and Brooks retired on 2 pitches. There are 2 away for Orlando Arcia. So if you're only allowed the 1 timeout, you can't really step out to disrupt that rhythm. What are your other options?
You don't have any. They put that clock in there for a reason.
Cameron about 6'3", 215, good frame on him as he catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Mentioned 2-0, the 104 against the Twins. Rough start to the year, has been much better of late. And he drops another strike in. He's just a strike throwing machine right now.
Yeah, he is. He's got the changeup working pretty good. Big old overhand curveball.
Curveball's his go-to to put you away. And that pitch just misses. I think Cameron thought that curveball had put Arcia away, but he takes it just off the plate. No challenge. That looked like it could have been strike 3. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and lined down into the left field corner. Collins chasing, diving, catching as he slides on his belly across the grass in left field. Took kind of a funny route, but when he got inside of that ball that was floating as if it had a parachute attached to it, Collins dove out and snared it for the final out of the inning. Now 1-2-3, bottom of the first. We're scoreless after 1, and this is your home for Twins baseball.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. Now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Pasquantino left on left against Connor Prelip, opening the second. First pitch in for a strike, inner half 0-1. Every time I hear that last ad, Danny, I think we ought to go online and see what St. Pete's been shooting on the golf course. We keep hearing him talking about posting his scores. Maybe ought to check how he's swinging. There's a strike called, and the count is 0-2.
Well, we could just text him and ask him.
Well, he's telling us all about these toys to keep track, so I thought, you know what, let's log in. Probably can't log in as somebody else, though. No ball, 2-strike pitch. That's down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Vinny Pasquantino is in there against the lefty. So is Carter Jensen. He's catching again with Sal Perez out of the lineup. Again, a ball got him on the fingernail area last night. 1-2. Flinched him, but it's a ball, and the count 2-2 now to Vinny. Royals go home. They were in Texas, then Cincinnati, and then here in Minnesota. Go home, get a day off, and then take on the Rangers. Twins are on the way to Detroit after the off day tomorrow as a pitch wide, and now 3-2. Tigers are playing better baseball. Of course, the Twins swept them here in a 4-game series. Tigers, Royals elbowing each other at the bottom of the central standings right now. 3-2. Swung on a hit in the air to right field. A little hollow off the end of the bat. Martin coming in, and he dives for it, and he makes the catch. Danny, that's the old changeup off the bat that you talked about. It's a big swing, so the outfielder takes a couple of steps back, but then you realize it's not hit all that hard, and Martin recovered well.
Yeah, and it's even got a, you see a big swing like that, little hollow, a little bit of a changeup, but that speed, and he kind of reacted. Usually, if you don't read it well, I know in the daytime it's a little bit tougher with the backdrop of the fans. Bottom line is he made the catch.
Yeah, nice recovery. And Lofton playing second base today, takes high, 1 ball, no strikes. Massey's been fantastic at second throughout the series, but the lefty getting the day off with the lefty Prelip starting. 1-0 pitch. And that's on the corner for a strike. 1-1. Collins is on deck. Toy Story Day here at Target Field. As the 1-1 pitch swung on a fouled over near the third base dugout. It's 1-2. 17 games in 17 days. It was going swimmingly for the Twins. They won 4 of their first 5, all on the road. But then the Rojas injury the day he was scheduled to pitch, that led to a full bullpen game. That led to a flurry of roster churn. Led to Simeon Woods-Richardson eventually being traded to the Blue Jays. A lot of turnover over the course of these 17 days, and that tends to happen to bullpens in particular. But when the injury came in the rotation, that's where the dominoes started to fall. Line drive left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Clemens races over to pick it up, and Nick Lofton will be held to a single. So a clean base hit to left field, first hit for either club, and a man aboard for Isaac Collins.
Doesn't it seem like we've been dealing with the bullpen pretty much all year? In particular, when we left spring training, nobody had a defined role. And there was nobody that stood out as, hey, you're my closer. And to this day, you can probably say that again. There might be a little bit clarity on the roles, but no definite closer.
No, absolutely not. It's a pitch in 1-0. And what was so rough about the timing of the Rojas injury was the bullpen was really starting to pitch quite well. And they were starting to kind of iron out who was going to throw when. And if a bullpen is pitching well, Danny, no question about it, as this ball is taken for a strike, you can always look, and it means the starters are consistently getting deep into games and keeping the stress off of that pen. They hadn't given up a home run since D.C. They were pitching very well. But then once you get into the chaos engendered by that injury, you're pushed out of the zones you had kind of finally settled into as a pitch down.
I think bullpens get more out of whack because of the starting pitching doesn't go deep. And now all of a sudden they're taxed a little bit. They've got to get some more innings in them. And
in this stretch, we ended up with 2 bullpen games where you're asking them to get 9 innings.
And if you piggyback the next game, same thing. Now all of a sudden you're making phone calls.
2-1 is hit high in the air to center. Kreidler's in his tracks. Now he comes in a couple of steps. Ryan makes the catch. Well, you think about the game the other night. Twins had a bullpen game because of further injuries in the rotation. And Andrew Morris started the game because he has worked his way into being one of the guys they trust towards the end of the game. And he was a guy you probably would have liked to have been able to go to at the end of the game, but because he had to start it for you, he's unavailable, and now everybody's in a different spot. And you end up having to bring into a guy in Justin Lawrence right into the fire, fresh off the street. There's a pitch wide to the lefty Jensen, 1 ball, no strikes. It's all tied together. A long way of saying that the off day tomorrow will be much appreciated by the Twins. 1-0 on the ground, foul up the first base line. It's 1-1. A win today, and they come through that stretch at 8-9. So not having made up a bunch of ground, but also not having lost a bunch of ground. Also in the middle of a stretch here of 10 in a row against the division. Currently 3-3. This one fouled up the third base line, and the count is 1-2. Took 2 of 3 from the White Sox, trying to split this series, and then go to Detroit and win a series. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. And they're going to call a balk on Connor Prelip. What'd you see?
They split his hands. Everybody, even Royce Lewis. at first base. He had the ball. He puts it on his left hip, and then he started to bring it into his glove and reloaded and clearly balked.
Doesn't matter. He throws one right by a swinging Carter Jensen, and one pitch after the balk. The inning is done. So a one-out single stranded at second base. We've played 1.5. We're still scoreless here at Target Field on your home for Twins baseball.
Welcome back to Cincinnati. Gino swung on, crushed. High, deep, left field. There it goes. Goodbye. Into the second deck. A 3-run go-ahead blast.
And Eugenio Suarez to the second deck. And he thunders the Reds ahead 3-2.
Well, there was absolutely no doubt about that one right there. 431 feet for Suarez. That ball was smashed.
There's so much history right here, and when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
Bouncer to first. Bacher slipped and fell on the mound. He just fell.
He just slipped.
Elise, is that you?
Oh, I didn't go to journalism school for nothing.
Oh, man. That guy's all right. He got a baseball. He's got a headache.
Twins game at 1:10, wedding at 4:30.
Fouls the ball, loses the bat. It's caught in the on-deck circle by Alex Call.
He'll get a little more high tard.
By industry reported total sales.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Noah Cameron will face Cody Clemens to start the second inning. Clemens, Bell, and Lewis for the Minnesota Twins. We are scoreless. Early times here, early days between the Twins and the Royals. Royals took 2 of 3 in Kansas City to start the year. Twins will be back in July. The Royals actually come back to Target Field before the Twins return to Kauffman. Big heave of the shoulder, step back, and the lefty delivers. Clemens shows bunt and watches a strike, and it's 0-1. Royals come here at the end of July. Then the Twins embark on a 3-city trip. That's going to be Seattle, Kansas City, Milwaukee. And Kansas City, again, the middle stop there after coming in from the West Coast. The 0-1 is down, and the count is 1-1. I believe that means, Danny, that we won't see the Royals at all August, September.
Well, don't they come back here before we go there again, I think?
Yeah. Little half swing foul ball, and the count is 1-2. I guess it will be August by the time we play him. That road trip starts right after a home game on the 30th of July with the Royals. Twins will fly to Seattle. So they'll play the first week of August in KC, and then that's it for the season series. Cody hits one high and fouled on the right field line. And it stays at 1-2. As far as division play, the Twins start September in the division. Detroit, Chicago, Detroit again, Cleveland. And then it's Yankees, Angels, Giants, Rangers the rest of the way. No division games. So you got to make them count while you can. Pitch upstairs, 2-2. Wind kind of swirling around here at Target Field. There's the 2-2 on the way to Clemens. And he takes that curveball high, and the count is 3-2.
If you're talking about Kansas City's schedule, they've got the last 2 series against the White Sox and Cleveland. Other than that, month of September is out of the Central.
Smashed into right field. Tolbert over to pick up a clean base hit for Cody Clemens. Cody has just been on everything, Danny. Lefties, righties, it hasn't mattered. Velocity or spin. Right now, he's just locked in as a hitter.
Yeah, no question that, wherever you put him, no matter the hitter or the pitcher, he's easy to pencil into the lineup. And that was a good at-bat. Able to get the fastball, able to get the top hand over.
Talking about early in the year when facing a lefty, and we saw so many of them, which lefty would get those at bats. As Josh Bell, batting right-handed, takes a strike. And it was usually Wallner. And then Larnach was playing so well, he started to get those at bats. And now you can't take Cody Clemens out of the lineup. He's just been too productive. 0-1. That one's fouled off to our right and down below, and the count is 0-2.
You know what? Cody, to me, is the ultimate utility player. He can play anywhere in the infield if you wanted to. You can go put him out in the outfield. He's played center. He's in left today.
He's even pitched.
Don't go that far.
Here's the 0-2, and it's down. The one thing his dad always says is, Cody did something I never did. He struck out Shohei Ohtani. Bottom of the second, Clemens at first with a leadoff single. See what Bell can do. Bell couldn't move Clemens off second base last night of the ninth. And he won't move him here. A swing and miss, and Josh Bell is out on strikes. So Clemens still at first base. Here's Royce.
I don't think Roger, he didn't have a chance to strike him out.
Hey, experience a Twins game from Legends Landing. The newest all-inclusive area at Target Field offers great views of home plate and of this Minneapolis skyline, plus unlimited food and beverage. Make this your next game day destination. Twins.com/Legends Landing. Royce Lewis awaits and watches off-speed wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Royce is 1 for 8 against Cameron in his career. Last night, returned to the major leagues. He walked, went 0 for 3, ended up striking out on a borderline pitch looking to end the game. Takes wide here, and the count is 2-0. Do you notice anything different about his setup, Danny?
Well, what I read is that he said that he went down there and started to incorporate that leg kick. And that's a timing mechanism there, and not over-exaggerated, but he's definitely getting that front leg off the ground.
Throw over to first base. Clemens is back, and before that ball even got to Pasquantino, Grady Sizemore was checking his stopwatch and walking in to talk to Cody Clemens. Grady locked in. 2-0. That's taken for a strike, and the count 2-1. So most of the time people think leg kick and they think of the big, Puckett leg kick.
Mm-hmm.
What is Royce using that leg kick for?
Well, just to get a little momentum going. That's part of his load.
There's that leg kick. The runner goes, pitches a strike. Cody steals second base. So Bell couldn't get him over, and Cody takes matters into his own hands. He'll swipe second on strike 2 to Royce Lewis. Clemens into scoring position now for Royce.
It's no different than if you're rocking in the batter's box, and as that pitcher starts to deliver, you transfer, 80% of your weight to your back leg. Therefore, I'm ready to fire from there.
You always talk about the dance step with the pitcher, and that becomes part of the dance step. As a breaking ball dropped low, and the count 3-2. That's the curveball he struck Martin out with. He has picked up this season on curveballs 24 strikeouts. Team's just 4 for 41 to end at bats against that pitch. 3-2 opportunity here for Lewis, and the pitch is swung on and rolled right towards shortstop. Witt bobbles it, boots it, and the Twins have runners on the corners. An error on the best defensive player in the American League. It was a routine ground ball to Bobby Witt Jr. The only thing that made it difficult there, Danny, was the fact that Cody Clemens crossed right in front of Witt as that ball was approaching his glove.
I don't think that had anything to do with it. That ball just kind of rolled up, hit off the heel of his glove.
Twins will take it. Runners on the corners now, and Kreidler will have an opportunity to try and take advantage. Ball wasn't hit very hard. Slow roller, and Witt the rare miscue. And Kreidler with runners on the corners. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled, and the count is 0-1. Ryan is 1 for his last 15. After the Twins tied it yesterday, remember, bases loaded, nobody out. Gray hit a sac fly. And with runners on at first and second, it was a first pitch comebacker for a double play to end the threat. Scoreless here in the home second. And the pitch bounces up to Carter Jensen. Kreidler puts a stop sign up for Clemens in case he couldn't see it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, pretty impressed with that Carter Jensen behind the plate there. Ball way out in front of home plate. He gets in a good position to block it.
Lewis, a modest lead at first. Pitch to the plate, swung through, and the count is 1-2. Again, that good curveball from Noah Cameron. Both lefties and righties hit 250. Right-handers about 100 points less in OPS against Cameron. The pitch is rolled towards third base, actually deep in the hole at short for Witt. He goes to second for one. The relay to first is not in time, and the run's going to score. Slow enough roller to the hole at shortstop that even with Witt triggering on the front end, no chance for a double play, and the Twins break through on an RBI ground out for Ryan Kreidler. It's 1-0 Minnesota. Garcia again played on a sore leg, dive to his left, couldn't quite get there on the slow roller. Witt backed him up beautifully and then got the force out at second, the relay not in time. And now Keyshaw bats with a big hole to play with on the right side of the diamond. Twins have an early 1-0 lead, and time called before that pitch was delivered. So no pitch. Cameron went through with the pitch anyway, and it was a fastball. Twins cash in that lead single. How big was that stolen base by Cody Clemens? Keyshaw swings and misses at the official first pitch of the at-bat. It was a changeup, and the count is 0-1. Keish thought he swung as if he thought he had to throw the same pitch that he threw that didn't count. That was a big old fastball swing. Throw over to first base. Kreidler steps back. Twins have taken advantage of the Witt error, cashing in the lead single, taking a 1-0 lead. Keyshaw trying to pass the baton to Jackson. And Luke hits this one to the right side. Very slow roller. Lofton will grab it. No way to go to get it out. It was hit just too slowly. And that's going to be an infield hit for Luke Keyshaw. Kreidler ends up at second base. Lofton threw to second. Really didn't have a chance to get Kreidler there either.
I think he was trying to get him to kind of round second.
Maybe back pick him.
Just back pick him there.
That's the old Dan Gladden school of hitting right there.
Wow.
59 on the little knuckle buster to the right side of the diamond, and now 2 on for the bottom of the order, Alex Jackson. Obviously, you love every base runner, Danny. You get a guy into scoring position, but you also now are going to lead off your next inning, worst case scenario, at the top of your order. Going to flip your lineup card. First pitch to Jackson, hit high in the air. Deep third base into left field. Collins races into foul territory, grabs the ball there. Continues on his merry way back to the dugout up the third base line. So Jackson, a one-pitch foul out, and the Twins leave a pair. But they scratch out a run. It's 1-0 Minnesota. We've played 2. We'll check in with Gino.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
If I went 5 for 5, I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I got to eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. You know, I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, you know, good form, you know, head down, looking at the path of the ball, swing, the bad front leg sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm going to swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Picking up some perspective and learning from the kids. Guys.
Coach B not on the lineup today, but hopefully Coach B will be back in spacious center field in Detroit on Tuesday. Love seeing Byron coaching Brixton and his buddies and his other boys in youth baseball. As, again, you pass that torch down through the generations from one to the next. We saw that picture earlier this year of Danny's grandson and Roy Smalley's grandson playing against each other. Always fun to see. Tyler Tolbert leads off. He takes a strike from Prelip. The count is 0-1. Just his second start of the year. He only has 9 at-bats. He's actually scored 5 runs, stolen 4 bags, only has 2 hits. He taps this one, foul up the third base line, and the count is 0-2. Yeah, passing the game on, Danny, it's a hard game to learn, and when you can help young players, young kids learn to love it, it's awesome to see.
Yeah, Max had his first little practice the other day. They had different stations. And my grandson, Luca, came out, and he participated as being one of the coaches and teaching the kids.
0-2, swung on a miss. It gets away. Jackson will have to hurry because Tolbert can fly. Picks it up and throws him out. Third strikeout first time through the order. 1 out for Lane Thomas. So there you go. You got a couple of cousins helping each other out on the diamond. And again, different ways to see the game and stay involved.
And it was something that I was impressed because Luca really help the kids out in teaching him kind of what he has already learned.
There's Lane Thomas, popped up to Jackson in his first at-bat. He takes a ball. Treasure Island Resort and Casino is the exclusive casino partner of the Twins. Explore more of the island with a relaxing getaway. Book your stay at ticasino.com. And a pitch there for a strike. It's 1-1. And it's fun to see. We had Josh Willingham on today, coaching his sons.
Yeah, and his kids were saying that they didn't really they don't remember Dad playing.
Yeah, only the oldest boy who's in college just a little bit. The 1-1 is down. We ran into Matt Capps in Pittsburgh. He's coaching his son's 13-year-old team. We talk to Morno all the time about coaching Marty. And again, you're passing on lessons and joy more than anything, like Byron said. You're passing on a beautiful game and hoping they have fun with it like you did. There's a strike called. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I'm always impressed with Corey Koski. He's a heck of a coach. And he coaches not only baseball, but I've seen him at the ice rinks as well.
2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled up the third base line. And then Corey got to play with his boys in a town ball game.
Yeah.
Remember, what were there, like 4 of them right in the middle of the lineup?
He still might be playing in that.
Might have to get him in our home run derby.
He could qualify.
Yeah. 2-2 pitch. Boy, that's a close pitch. Missed just high. 3-2. I just love it when you have stories of either seeing Roy's grandson, Juan Berenguer had.
Yeah, his grandson.
Had a grandson playing out there. 3-2. And the pitch is taken for a called strike 3. Well, it was almost the same pitch, but it was just a little bit lower. And that means 3 straight strikeouts for Prelip, 4 overall. There's 2 away for Bobby Witt Jr. I was asking you if your old teammate Juan, if his grandson carried a briefcase to the Little League field, and he did not. Or a trench coat.
That was the thing back then, or a Panama hat.
Bobby Witt Jr., 0 for 1, fly to right. He takes high.
Last guy I remember carrying a briefcase was Jerry White, one of our coaches. And when he had opened it up, it was full of ink pens that he would take from the hotels.
The 1-0 is high, and it's 2-0.
We would go to Detroit. He was a big car collector. He would buy parts. And there was a transmission that he purchased, and it was on the bus underneath. Then had to get transferred on the plane and shipped back here.
2-0 is fouled straight back, 2-1. He was always working on a hot rod.
Always. He'd work on it for years, and he'd never get it running. He'd say, hey, when are you going to bring it to the ballpark?
Not ready yet. Not ready. 2 balls and a strike to Bobby Witt Jr. His transmission fully functioning. Leads the league in stolen bases, and he swings and fouls, and it's 2-2. Best way to face Bobby Witt Jr., 2 outs, nobody on. That's the scenario for Prelip. Walked in with Connor Prelip today.
Much of a conversation?
You know what? Actually, probably the longest conversation that we've had.
That's probably because you did all the talking.
No, he was in a good mood. Normally, you don't talk to the guy who's starting, but he opened the conversation. As a ball driven down the right field line, pushing near the foul pole, and that is a foul ball by about 2 feet. Or nearly an opposite field home run for Witt. Nothing more than a long foul ball. It's still 2-2. Yeah, he was feeling good. He and a bunch of the other young players, they live in the same building here in Minneapolis. And he was coming in to make the start. I told him my family had driven through his hometown of Tomah, back and forth to Chicago. He dropped a gateway to Cranberry Country on me, and we were off and running. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. He was on that pitch. That was a curveball. Still 2-2. One nothing Twins lead. Looking to finish strong here, catch their breath tomorrow, and then take the fight to the Tigers. 2-2 fouled back to our right. It's whistling, and that one off the seats and ricocheting around for a souvenir. I need to pick up a transmission for you while I'm in Chicago, or Detroit, I should say.
He would pick up alternators, generators.
Gearbox. 2-2 pitch. That one down the right field line again, where they just cannot sneak anything by Bobby Witt Jr. And Danny, everything to the right side.
Yeah. Well, he's one of those two-strike guys that when he gets 2 strikes, tries to allow the ball get a little deeper on him and go the other way.
He has such great hands that he's able to do that.
Quick hands.
2-2. And he checked his swing. I think they got him. Appeal to first, and he went. Don't even need an appeal. Connor Prelip strikes out the side in a 1-2-3 third inning. 5 punch-outs through 3 scoreless for the left-hander from Tomah. 1-0 Twins after 2.5. This is your home for Twins baseball.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
But you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Second time through the order for the Twins begins with a ball wide to Martin. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, first time through the order, teams hit a .154 against Noah Cameron, .312 after that. Twins hoping to put that into reality here as a ball wide, and it's 2-0 to Austin. Twins lead 1-0, unearned run in the second. RBI fielder's choice off the bat of Ryan Kreidler. 2-0 is high, 3-0 to Martin. Martin struck out looking in the first. Cameron trying to recalibrate, steps on the mound and delivers, and drops one in for a strike, 3-1. This series with the Royals brought to you by Royal Credit Union, where people matter and financial well-being comes first. Learn more, rcu.org. 3-1 high, ball 4. They're going to challenge. Carter Jensen doesn't want Austin Martin to sneak away just
call
yet.
ball.
Very close pitch.
The call is overturned. Kansas City has 2 challenges remaining. The count will be 2-2.
And that was a changeup, Danny, that ended up clipping the upper outside corner. And you wonder now,
3-2.
with a 3-2 count, does he go back to the curveball that he froze him with in the first on a 2-2 pitch?
Well, he's got that changeup that he likes to throw up in the zone there a little bit. But the curveball, has he been able to command it? Yes.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Martin awaits, and the pitch is delivered, and it swung on and cracked in the air to center field. Right at Lane Thomas, and Thomas grabs it for out number 1. Came back with a fastball, middle in. Line drive out to center as Cameron battles back from a 3-0 deficit before Brooks Lee bats. 10 seconds for station ID on your home for Twins baseball. Brooks from the right side. And the first pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes. His dad's Mustangs eliminated in the Super Regional by West Virginia yesterday, and it got a little ugly in West Virginia with the weather. The pitch high for a ball. They'll challenge again.
Catcher's challenge in the call ball.
Carter Jensen feeling it. That was on the upper inside corner. I think he nailed it.
It's overturned. Kansas City has 2 challenges remaining.
Brooks looks down at him, says, nice job. Yeah, some foul weather delayed the game, blew over a tent, injured some Mountaineer fans. It's a check swing by Lee. He went, and the count is 1-2. Brooks said the Mustangs were all okay.
It was a final score, 18-1 or something.
Yeah, it was 17-1 when I looked away. Ooh. So Lee wearing number 22, Jensen wearing number 22. There was an interesting piece that came out, research piece this week. Number 22 is the baseball number that has been issued more than any other in the history of the big leagues. As the 1-2 lifted high in the air, and that's another can of corn for Lane Thomas out there. Thomas underneath it makes the catch, and Brooks is out number 2. Arcia will bat. Of all the numbers ever, more big leaguers have worn 22 than any other number. There's Arcia, who wears half of that. He's number 11.
I'm trying to think, the Yankees have so many retired numbers. I think there is a 22 that they still issue in New York.
John, check on that as a pitch down and in. Is Ben Rice 22? The young slugging first baseman?
I think it's their center fielder.
Pitch is popped up in the air to right field. Oh, Dominguez. Yeah, Jason Dominguez maybe. Pitch popped into right. Tolbert runs underneath it. And Tolbert catches it for the out. It is Ben Rice who wears number 22 for
the people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Now let's check out some plays from the field that only a mother could love.
Thank you to all the mothers out there. We love you.
Too sweet.
Nicely done with the sign.
Vientos is not going to want this on his highlight reel, I'll tell you that.
Some just don't know how to catch them.
Hubba Bubba on Bubba.
You can even smell on his bat. Hitters are funny. Now he's talking to it.
Then Peters has some problem.
Heads up. Man alive.
Look, Mom, check out these top defensive plays.
Adele leaping, and he makes the catch.
He's unreal.
One of his patented run-saving miracles.
Welcome to the show, kid.
Put a star on that for Jarvis.
Picked it right off the top of the grass. It was a snow cone.
That was sensational. Spectacular play by the Padres' first baseman.
He jumps and he makes the catch. P-Crow awesome. Ryan Waldschmidt with a diving catch. What a catch by Eli White.
How about that?
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
A Post. View our entire selection of concrete mixes and supplies in store and on Menards.com. Plus, check out the weekly flyer for more great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
You're listening to the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
This portion of Twins Baseball brought to you by United Healthcare, committed to care. Learn more at UHC.com. The inning underway. Here's Danny.
And a line drive first pitch off the bat of Michael Garcia. Lines out. Nice play, Cody Clemens. Racing in. That was a line drive. Caught it about belt high. So one pitch, one out. 5 strikeouts for Prelip. He's got 4 in a row, or had 4 in a row before that line out. Here's Marte to bat. Takes that pitch in there for a strike. Marte getting a start. He's the DH today. 0 for 2 in this series. No homers, limited playing time, 28 ball games. There's 3 extra base hits. 0-1 is hit down the right field line. That'll slice into the seats. So he's got 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Every other out is recorded in the air. And with Royce Lewis at first base, we're hoping to see him not so much get some action, but to cover first, take some throws. Pitch is low and in the dirt. Pasquantino in the on-deck circle, 1-0. Minnesota. Kreidler. Fielder's choice ground out, Clayton Clemens. That one catches the outside corner, and there's strike 3. Another one looking by the Royals. 6 strikeouts here this afternoon for Prelip. His career high strikeouts is 8. He's on a roll right now. As Quintino bats, he flew out to right field. Austin Martin made a nice diving catch. Missed outside. A little slider. Prelip has never faced any of the Royals hitters. He's 2-1 at home. There's a fastball on the outside corner, 96. Prelip 96, he's pretty sneaky fast. Change up, breaking ball, fastball. And there's a bender, stayed inside. Two balls and a strike, 2 down, bases empty. Check swing, didn't matter. It was called a strike on the outside corner. Pasquantino, 29 RBIs, not the offensive force that he was last year, drove in 100 for Kansas City last year. And a 2-2 pitch, missed down and away. Average down at 216. Prelip sets, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled into the netting. The offense just not clicking right now for Kansas City. Trouble scoring some runs. And starting off, they're just 2-14 against left-handers. This is a line drive. Base hit into left center field. And Kreidler's going to have to go to the fence to pick it up. Pasquantino around second base. He'll pull up there. A little 2-out opposite field double. That'll get Lofton to the plate. Chance to tie this game up. I was surprised when I looked at that record. Kansas City. Here comes Pete Mackey out. At 65 pitches for Prelip. And they said they're going to monitor him. 94 his last time out. That was season high. Also gave up 8 hits, 6 runs. He went 6 innings. That was the game prior against the White Sox in Chicago, where he went 4 1/3.
Well, Velo's still there. That double was on a 97-mile-an-hour pitch, so maybe just talking a little bit about pitch selection, how to deal with Lofton here with the tying run at second base.
Yeah, one thing Prelip has done well his last 3 starts, he's kept the ball in the ballpark. He's given up 4. Coming in at 39 1/3 innings, but his last 3 starts, they have not touched him for the long ball. So Nick Laughlin, single his last time up. Right-handed stick, runner at second, tying run. Line drive, base hit, that's going to knot it up. Pasquantino, he'll be waved around as Lofton into second base with a sliding double. Got a fastball, went the other way, good piece of hitting. I'm always interested in the conversation that a pitching coach has with a pitcher when they come out and discuss base open, how you going to pitch to him. And that showed up last night with Bobby Witt Jr. batting, and now Collins bats. Slow roller third base. Routine for Lee across the diamond. And there is out number 3. They tie it up. Back-to-back 2-out doubles. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning, tied up 1-1 on your home for Twins Baseball.
Abrams will have to range far to his right.
What a play.
And a baby, a dive there by Brent Grisham.
Here comes Marsh, and he makes the sliding grab.
Pitcher plays it on the backhand glove, flip to first, he got him. Oh, what a play by Cameron.
Nice play.
Dylan Cruz lays out in right field.
He got him by a full step.
What a fine play and a perfect throw from Zach Short.
It's Antonacci with the diving play.
That's the deep safety going straight away for the pick.
Dive and makes the catch rolling over.
Mason to his knees. Crow hops and a strike, good play. Unleashes the stretch and in time. Another great play by Mason Wynn. And Ian makes a sliding catch. He slides, dives, and makes the catch.
Isak with a snag and Walker with a pick.
And he'll make the catch. Oh, what a play. Cole Emerson on the hot corner, getting it done.
He never ceases to impress you.
He makes the catch.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Hey, Cody Clemens leads off. Difference maker so far for the Twins. Single, stole a base, and scored. As Cameron delivers outside, ball 1. Cameron at 48 pitches. Both bullpens quiet. Josh Bell due up next, and then Royce Lewis. Ground ball fielded by Pasquantino at first base. One hop. Slow jog over to first and steps on the bag, and out number 1. Cameron today making his 36th lifetime start. He was 2 innings shy of eclipsing 200 innings of his career. He already reached that. 7th Royal left-handed pitcher to do that in his first 36 career outings. Bell takes it high, ball 1. Joined Billy Butler, Paul Splittorff, Danny Jackson. Battled him a lot. And there's a strike. Jose Rosado, Lyndon Roush. And a 1-1. Foul back, good cut. Has to battle now, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Some familiar names on that list. But Dennis Leonard wasn't on that list.
Who was?
Was Dennis Leonard on that list? No.
No, left-handers.
Ah.
Pitch down and in, missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But rookie last year, Noah Cameron, they've got something in him for a while. Such a young player. Foul back.
He got a shot when Cole Reagans got hurt, and there was no discernible drop-off. And he grew up about 60 miles north up in St. Joe. Loved the Royals growing up, living out a dream, and he's pitched really, really well.
Yeah, he was 4th in Rookie of the Year last year in voting. 2-2. Swung on a miss as Bell strikes out for the second time. 3rd punch out for Cameron. And that'll get Royce Lewis to the plate. But just looking at his numbers, he was first for rookies in ERA last year. Win percentage, first. First in whip. Foul back, good cut.
Another reminder that you can be really good if you pitch. He's not a guy that we're going to be oohing and eyeing about, his extreme velocity. He's not throwing 103, but he's getting a ton of outs.
Swung on a miss, chased that changeup. And now Royce on the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. That's when you have a pitcher, and like you said, not a high-velocity guy. So what's he have to do? Come up with other pitches. Changeup, we just saw right there, very effective. He has a curveball, and then he can be sneaky with the fastball. Lewis in 0-2. Just missed on a fastball down and away.
And what he can do is he can learn, how do I use my pitches? How do I sequence my pitches? How do I set a hitter up? How do I get him looking this way and then come back that way?
1-2 in the dirt, laid off.
And then the outlier for him is the pace, that rhythm that he works at. He can speed a hitter up.
He's very efficient. Not a lot of max effort in his delivery. Change-up laid off, and now runs the count full 3-2. Had 24 starts last year and went 9-7 with an ERA 2.99. Is he a 200-inning guy? Maybe not. Line drive, base hit. Royce Lewis, 2-out knock. First hit since being called up. And now to get Kreidler to the plate. Kreidler drove in the only run for the Twins back in the 2nd inning.
Nice swing, hit the ball really hard. Kind of got a cutter, got out in front of it, and hammered it.
Kreidler got a little power. Lewis at first, short lead. Ball in the dirt. Jensen, nice stop.
He moves well laterally, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I think Cameron also, when you've got a Salvador Perez behind the plate to call that game, there's a young kid in Jensen. He's learning, but he's on the fast track. Royce can run. Change up. Good take. 2 balls, no strikes. Cameron probably does well against teams that will chase a lot of balls. Twins are a team that do not chase out of the zone. 7 innings his last out against Cincinnati. Ground ball, third base booted. Garcia just kind of rolled up his glove, up his chest, and right back out in front of him, so it'll be an E5.
Errors on 2 really good defensive players today on fairly routine plays on the left side of that diamond, and let's see if the Twins can take advantage. They took advantage of the Witt miscue to score their only run.
And again, kids, if you're watching, listening, flat feet. He just sat back and didn't move his feet, waited for that ball to come to him. What times it not, it's going to eat you up, and it did just that. Move your feet, come in and field it. Swinging a foul tip off the bat of Keisho. Keisho has a chance to put the Twins ahead. It's tied up 1-1. The bottom of the 4th here. Just off the plate. Changeup. Luke got an infield base hit, snapped an 0 for 8. 21 RBIs. Power's down, just 1 home run for Luke so far. Lewis, good lead at second and a pitch. Slow tapper third base, and it's going to be fair and nope, foul. Right at the last minute, Garcia fielded it, kind of right in front of the bag, and then stepped on third. Would have got the out, but the third base umpire, Rippinger, he said it was foul. Oh, foul just at the last minute. So Luke will come back, get another chance.
Big break for the Twins. That was not foul by more than 1/10 of an inch when they hit the dirt there. And really nice call by Rippinger, who was in perfect position to nail it.
You know, I was always thought that it's the home plate umpire's call until the ball gets past third base. And he called it right away. Get a second chance here as Keishel bats. High and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Aren't you glad he called it, though? Like, it would be silly if it was right in front of him and he had the best view and he wasn't allowed to call it.
Two pitch. Fouled on the right field line. It's making Cameron work here. It all started with a 2-out base hit on a 3-ball, 2-strike count to Royce Lewis. And then Kryler hit a routine ground ball, third base. Garcia coughed it up. And now Keishel, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tapper third base. That one's going to go foul. And how many times do we talk about it that once the play is not made, how many more pitches that guy has to throw?
Yeah, all the extra pitches, potential extra damage. Maybe it costs you an inning.
Yeah, these are the extra pitches here that maybe he could have saved until, the 6th inning maybe still in there. Keishel going to call timeout quickly and now back in. We're at the bottom of the 4th, tied up 1-1. It's even at 3 apiece. Cameron out of the stretch, delivers, and strike 3. Called by the home plate umpire. Keishel's going to ask.
Batter's challenging the call a strike.
Big challenge here.
And it's a ball. Good job. Run it, count. The crowd loves it.
Call's overturned. Minnesota has 2 challenges remaining.
So runners will be off and running. Anything in the gap might have a chance to score Kryler all the way from first base. Big pitch here, 3-2. Runners off and a pitch. Ground ball, third base. Garcia slides, comes up, strong throw in time. Well, I'm not sure what they're saying. They said he was out at first base. Pasquantino came around, and once he got past the bag, he threw to the plate. So Keishel's going to be out at first base, no review. They get 1 hit, 1 runner, 2 left, 4 in the books, 1-1 tie on your home for Twins baseball.
Let's step back in time with this date in Twins history, narrated by Dick Bramer.
June 7th, 2003. In his time with the Twins, Jacques Jones had a reputation for being a quick starter.
Here's a drive by Jock Jones and a leadoff home run. Touch 'em all, Jock Jones. He took a 1-0 pitch, parked it into the seats in left center field, and the Twins have a home run to open the game.
This was Jock's 20th and final leadoff homer in the majors, as he put the Twins up early on the Padres. The San Diego native wasn't done putting on a show in front of his family and friends.
Here's the 1-ball, 1-strike delivery. Jones swings, and here's another drive. Deep center field, way back, way back. Hey, touch 'em all again, Jock Jones. His second of the night.
Jones' home runs would propel the Twins to a 6-2 win and improve their record to 35 and 25.
To catch the next moment in Twins history, get your tickets at twins.com.
Out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by Northland Ford. Stop into your local Northland Ford dealer today for a full lineup of Ford vehicles. We head to Truist Park, Atlanta hosting Pittsburgh Pirates, trying to avoid being swept by the Braves, and Pittsburgh off and rolling quickly.
It was Tuesday. Horwitz sends one high and deep out to right, and Horwitz hits another home run here in Atlanta. His 6th of his career here in this ballpark. And a leadoff homer for Horwitz. Pirates up 1-0.
Yeah, they added another one in the third. It's 2-0 right now in favor of the Pirates in the bottom of the 7th, but the Braves, the best team in baseball, they're threatening. Guys.
Thanks for that Gino update there. I'm not sure. Pirates, they seem to hang around early the first half, and then somehow maybe, but they are a much improved baseball team. Here the Kansas City Royals will have their number 8 hitter, Carter Jensen, leading off. Prelip's first pitch is high, ball 1. Prelip 6 strikeouts. He's walked 1. Nice play by Michael Garcia. Ranging to his left. Kind of dove, spun around, and got up. And an on-target throw to retire Keishel. Bang, bang play at first. 2 balls and no strikes. Jensen struck out swinging his only time. And that one missed outside. Prelip's only walk was a 2-out walk to Garcia back in the first inning. Most likely taking 3-0. It is, and it's right down the heart of the plate. Strike 1. Taylor Tolbert in the on-deck circle, and then back to the top of the order in Lane Thomas. Lifted down the left field line. That will slice foul. A little cloudy right now and a little muggy. Three-2. Little fly ball into left field, and that's going to be a base hit. Clemens to his left, couldn't come up with it, cut it off. So Jensen with a leadoff base hit.
Righty Morris up in the bullpen for the Twins. Pitch count at 73, not really a huge factor here. I think they'd love to be able to get him through 5.
Here's the guy, Tyler Tolbert. Just his second start today, and speed, bunts in play. Shows bunt, and he bunts it, he pops it up foul. And not going to be caught off the netting behind home plate.
Brooks Lee read that all the way, Danny, as if he had an earpiece listening to you. He came charging in, immediately crashing from third.
Not sure on the bat control of Tolbert, but when you're anticipating a bunt, crashing the third baseman, Royce Lewis going to crash, put that hit and run on.
Leave some open space out there?
Yes, got guys moving around. They give up some position. Throw over to first. I like it. Throw over to first to see maybe if Tolbert's going to square around and show the bunt. Brooks at third base just creeping in now on the grass. Shows bunt, and he bunts it up and pops it up again.
Looked like he was trying to bunt that one towards first base.
Yeah, he was, and he's trying to be a little too fine with it, and he's jabbing at it. I remember Paul Molitor, when he was managing, when he had the bunt on, he would say, hey, you know what? If you can't get it done in 3 times, you're probably going to strike out anyway.
Yeah, why not try again?
Just try your third time. Fouled off.
Legendary stories about sluggers who were asked to bunt and they didn't want to bunt, and they would purposefully, quote-unquote, bunt foul so they could swing away 2 strikes. And all sorts of those stories that drift around through the years, but put the bunt on, just get it down.
He bunts it, and he bunt it foul. He is out.
He's saying it hit him.
Tolbert's saying it hit him in the hand, but he bunted at it. Yes. They're saying he bunted at it regardless if it hit him or not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it hit him if he was swinging. That's what Limensparger's telling Cutraro. Danny, he went down to his knee that time. That was a very awkward attempt. It was a curveball, so was he just trying to kind of stay with the ball, track it?
Yeah, he's trying to go down. Yeah, he didn't. Strikeout number 7. Got a right-hander, and that's going to be, I think, it for Prelib as Derek Shelton pops out. We got a pitching change. It is brought to you by Uponor. It's a GF brand. Count on Uponor for plumbing that performs. Scoreboard update with Mark Janoski next here on your home for Twins baseball.
Saving, investing, splurging on good seats from time to time. Life math is complicated.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Abrams will have to range far to his right.
What a play.
And a dive there by Brent Grisham.
Here comes Marsh, and he makes the sliding grab.
Pitcher plays it on the backhand glove flip to first. He got him. Oh, what a play by Cameron.
Nice play.
Dylan Cruz lays out in right field.
He got him by a full step.
What a fine play and a perfect throw from Zach Short.
It's Antonacci with the diving play. That's the deep safety going straight away for the pick.
Dive and makes the catch rolling over.
Mason to his knees. Crow hops and a strike. Good play. Unleashes the stretch and in time. Another great play by Mason Wynn. And Ian makes a sliding catch. He slides, dives, and makes the catch.
Isak with a snag and Walker with a pick.
And he'll make the catch.
Oh, what a play. Cole Emerson on the hot corner, getting it done.
He never ceases to impress you.
He makes the catch.
Thomas, right-handed hitter. Bobby Witt due up next, right-handed hitter. Garcia, a right-handed hitter. So good call here by Derek. Prelip 4 to third, 4 hits, just 1 run. Jensen at first, not running. And missed outside, ball 1. Thomas getting the start in center field today. And fouled to our right. Thomas, he's played in 51 ball games. A couple of home runs, 14 driven in on the year. Pretty good defender in the outfield as well. Missed with a fastball. 97.
Probably also tells you Caglianone's shoulder hasn't gotten considerably better. They could have gone to the lefty for the righty. That's what we saw them do late in games with Thomas hitting against lefties for Caglianone.
Yeah, too early for that. Line down the left field line, but that's going to go well foul.
He whipsaw that one, didn't he?
Just a loud strike. That reminds me of the one that Josh Donaldson hit off of Glenn Perkins. It was a mammoth home run foul.
And he stared at it.
And Perk told him, hey, that's a strike.
Well, he struck him out, and then he, on the way off the field, he said, how far did your foul ball go?
Bench is cleared. That one's popped up. That'll reach the seats. Went to the overhand breaking ball there. Yeah, Perk can stir it up pretty good.
He loves to tell the story. We'll probably tell it when we're in Detroit this week about how he got fined by the league. Had to get on a call with Joe Torre for instigating a benches clearing incident.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. So solid base hit up the middle, and that's going to hit Jensen. Second base in scoring position.
Got a big spot here for Morris against Witt. Yeah, Perk in the bullpen, you can't really see home plate or what's going on from where the bullpen is, and he was warming up and didn't realize that there had been some sort of a beanball situation. So he came in and he hit, I think, Brandon Inge with the first pitch, like in the foot. And everybody came out of the dugout and were all mad, and he had no idea why. Because he didn't know that there'd been already a situation where the right fielder got hit and was out of the game.
A little slide piece missed outside cutter.
Or so he says. That's his story.
Bobby Witt 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. 7 stolen bases last 7 games. And they're going to challenge this one.
The catcher's challenging to call a ball.
That's Jackson behind the plate. And that's a strike. Good
The
challenge.
call is overturned. The pitch is a strike. Minnesota has 2 challenges remaining.
Lebensbarger 0 for 4 on those today. 2 for each team.
Yeah, I don't think they care.
No,
I mean, I'm sure they care, but doesn't matter. They got it right. 1-1 to Witt. Foul back. 97 on the heater.
He has such quick hands. It's like he doesn't swing till the last possible second.
He's just, the hand-eye coordination is off the charts. You don't see, even though a check swing strikeout last time up, don't see that too often out of him. I think that's Jackson, the catcher, that called timeout, so that's one disengagement. Morris on the mound, 2 on, 1 out. Strike 3 looking, and now Bobby Witt's going to ask the challenge.
The batter is challenging to call a strike.
What do you think, 0 for 6?
I think it's 1 for 5.
And
The call
Bobby
is
Witt,
confirmed. Kansas City has 1 challenge remaining.
big strikeout there.
Huge. Absolutely huge. Not out of the woods yet with Garcia, but that was massive.
Got Jensen, the base runner, at second. You got Thomas, base runner, at first. 2 down. Garcia bats. A breaking ball stayed up. We talked about the offense of Kansas City, and this is another guy. Garcia, just 3 home runs, 22 driven in. He hasn't got his bat really going. Impact player. Ground ball right side. That might sneak through. Dive off the glove of Keishel. Runner around third. He's going to touch home plate. And the Royals have taken a 2-1 lead. Just a ground ball to the right side. Luke did everything he could. Got his glove on it. Slowed it down, but it'll go as a base hit. RBI.
Hit hard through the right side by Garcia. They've missed his offense tremendously. Again, way down from where he was the last couple of years. And a big part of the reason that this club collectively has not scored more runs.
Close the book on Prelip. Going to go 4 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. Garcia, no threat to run. Pitch down and away, ball 1 to Starling Marte. Marte DHing, 2 punch outs for him today. Missed again down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Thomas, the runner at third. You've got Garcia, the runner at first. Swung on a foul tip, hung on by Jackson. And now 2 balls and 1 strike. Kansas City finishing up a 3-city road trip. Texas, Cincinnati, and now Minnesota. And that just missed down and away. 3 balls and a strike. Get this guy. Left-handed Pasquantino in the on-deck circle. Lewis holds the runner at first.
Hit high in the air, deep to center field. Reagular back, he'll pull up. That's a 3-run home run. Straightaway center field. Marte's first of the year. And they lead 5-1 on that 3-run homer. And Marte just now getting home plate.
Well, he had forgotten the way maybe. It had been a while, and we talk about his resume and the inability to get in the lineup, taking advantage of the opportunity, hit that one halfway up the batter's eye. 441 feet, Danny.
That was scalded. And here is Pasquantino, bases empty. 4 in here in the 5th. Takes that one on the outside corner for a strike.
Ball left the bat, and you could just feel the air come out of the building. The fans just kind of, as that one flew out.
That ball's hit down the right field line, and Austin's going to give chase. Foul. Broke his bat on that. Well, Marte can provide some of that. They don't hit a ton of home runs. You know, sometimes it's the road trip that you come off and all of a sudden you start feeling good. It'll get hot in Kansas City. Keep an eye on the Royals. That one missed. And we talked early about Kansas City. And they're just 11-22 on the road. One of the worst road records in the American League. Tigers, not much better. Foul back.
But we know they can pitch. They have starting pitching. They have a superstar and some other talented guys on offense, and I don't think you can rule them out from sticking around, floating around a little bit in this very up for grabs Central.
Well, they got to do something good and start winning some series and go on a little win streak. Pitch outside.
Win streaks come with starting pitching, though, and they've got enough starters that they could do. You could conceive of that happening.
Yeah, but they're not scoring enough runs.
No, not yet.
They are not scoring enough runs. Two balls, 2 strikes. 4 in here in the top of the 5th inning. Missed down and in.
I think they had a run differential like minus 50 when this series started. All these games have been tight. They've scored certainly enough runs in this series.
Yeah, they're minus 49 now. Swung and missed. Came after him with a heater, 98. But damage done. 4 runs here. The big blow, 3-run homer off the bat of Starling Marte. New score, it is the Royals 5, Twins 1. You're listening to
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat, which hits the netting and stays right there. How about that? Wow.
Clanked it, hit him in the head, and oh no. That could be a home run. That is a home run, almost Canseco style.
Hey, Willie, you can do whatever you like, but I really don't think you want to do it this way.
No, Raymond is fishing for trout, apparently, there.
Oh, DJ Kitty has now entered the picture with Raymond, and the standoff is over.
Jim Abbott has a no-hitter. 2 outs into the 9th, and he'll have to face Carlos Baerga. And the ground ball is short. Velarde, he did it! He did it! No-hitter for Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott throws a no-hitter and shuts out the Cleveland Indians 4-0.
They say it's a game of numbers. Pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Venture. Winnebago Industries. Be great outdoors.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Hey, Alex Jackson will lead off for your Twins here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch is just inside ball one. Final line, Prelip, 4 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run. 2 runs. And a swing and a miss on a changeup. 7 strikeouts, had 1 walk. Austin Martin in the on-deck circle. Jackson flew out to left field his only at bat. There's a high strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lefty Cameron delivers. That's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackson has played in parts of 6 big league seasons: Atlanta, Miami, Milwaukee, Tampa, Baltimore. Fisted foul. In on his hands, stays alive. Had a good year last year with Baltimore. Hit some balls in the seats. Two is in tight. Run the count full, 3-2. Pitch count not a problem for the left-hander. And a payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Cutter, 91, elevated. 4 strikeout for Cameron. Cameron coming off a nice outing, 7 innings. Took a no decision against Cincinnati. And that one missed outside. Gave up just 1 hit, 1 run. That was a home run. And a big swing and a miss. Martin came up empty.
Top 3 in the order today without Buck, Martin, Lee, Arcia combined 0 for 6. Twins need to get Martin back to his on-base percentage ways.
Pitch outside, run the count 2-1.
Wherever he hits in the order, Danny, I just think he's such a critical part of this pass-the-baton offense in terms of getting back to being on base a bunch.
Yeah, I'm just looking for some base hits. We only had 4 last night. And that's fouled off. And so far here this afternoon, 1 run on just 3 hits.
Yeah, you go through the list. Martin's 4 for his last 36. Brooks 1 for 24. And Kreidler's 1 for 17. Royce is 3 for 23. I mean, a lot of those big numbers with low hit totals.
Pitch low and had a run at full 3-2. A lot of 3-2 counts from Noah Cameron.
Yeah, he's won all those 3-2 counts, with the exception of the single from Clemens and the single from Royce.
He'll get the sign from his catcher, Jensen. Foul down the right field line, stays alive.
One thing he doesn't do when he gets deep, and he really never does it, he's not trying to get you to chase. He's going to throw the ball in the strike zone. Mm-hmm. He's going to force you to put a good swing on it.
There's a changeup that's fouled back. Yeah, he's a command pitcher. He can throw the ball, but he likes to nitpick a little bit at the corners, maybe a little bit too much. And that explains some of the deep counts. Wants to, he can throw it over the plate. And again, pulled foul. So he got him a fastball, fouled it off. Changeup fouled it off, and there's a little cutter inside, and he pulled that one foul. One out, base is empty. And again, pulled foul. 5-1 Kansas City, a 4-run fifth 3-run homer out the bat of Starling Marte, his first of the year. Martin in the box. Strike three looking. Boy, threw him the changeup, and a good one right down the heart of the plate. So back-to-back strikeouts, 5 this afternoon.
Wins the full count, 10 pitch at bat, and he wins it by staying consistently in the zone with multiple pitches.
Yeah, that's the changeup. It's not looking to get you to chase it or down off the plate. That's middle of the plate, bottom of the strike zone. Here's Brooks Lee, 0 for 2, couple flyouts. And a strike on the outside corner.
That changeup he got Martin with, that's the pitch that Brooks has popped up twice, where it's in the zone, but your timing's disrupted enough that weak contact.
Changeup laid off, 1 ball, 1 strike. And what do you hear me talk about? All hitting is timing.
Mm-hmm. And disrupting timing if you're a pitcher.
That's the pitcher's job.
Yep.
1-1 pitch. Swung on a missed. Chased a slider down out of the zone. So Brooks needs to battle here in the hole 1 and 2. Cameron, the lefty, delivers. Swung on a miss, got him on a fastball. 94, so he strikes out the side. Here in the 5th, he's getting a little stronger. 5-1 Kansas City.
That one is gone! His major league leading 23rd home run.
Tough chance. What a play by Freeman. Did he hold on? He did! Oh, man, Cody Freeman makes a highlight reel catch.
Astros win 11-9, scoring 6 in the bottom half of the 8th. Their best win of 2026 came out of nowhere.
Shohei Ohtani did his job tonight. 6 innings of 2 hits, shutout baseball, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 89 pitches, 58 for strikes.
Has his ERA down to 0.74.
Christopher Sanchez has become the all-time leader in scoreless innings for a left-hander. Consecutive scoreless streak ends at 50 2/3 innings.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
U.S. Bank, Treasure Island Resort and Casino, Nike, and Uponor. We thank them for supporting youth baseball and softball throughout the upper Midwest. Get involved at twinscommunityfund.org.
For those fortunate enough to help the person who has always been their hero, find the care guides you need to help at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Laughlin for the Royals leads off. First pitch from Morris, fastball in there, strike 1. Lofted 2 hits, single and a double RBI. Tied the ball game up 1-1 in the 4th. And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back cutters. Collins due up next, and then the catcher Jensen. 1 run, 3 hits for Minnesota, 5 runs, 7 hits. I'm not sure if that's a violation. It is.
It's going to be on the hitter. No, on the pitcher.
The pitcher. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
We've had, 3 of those this series?
Yeah, and I want to say the Morris has been hit with 1 before. Still finish him off. Breaking ball high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, it's not I thought he said it was a clock violation. Pitchers have to engage the hitter at some point before it gets to the 8-second mark. And the pitch swung on a miss. So he'll head back to the dugout. Third strikeout for Morris.
Twins pitchers have struck out 9, walked only 1. Generally, that's a pretty good ratio, but that 4-run fifth inning, a 2-out, 3-run homer by Starling Marte really, again, sapped the energy out of this crowd.
And we want to see some ground balls put in play, but it's only been one recorded out on a ground ball. Tap foul off the bat of Collins.
Because of Brooks Lee throwing now this man, Isaac Collins, and that was the only ball Royce has been involved in at first.
Lee off the line at third, outfield straight away. That's a pitch right in there for a strike. Well, Morris, one of the harder throwers in the Twins bullpen. He's 97, 98. Over the top. Good cutter. And that missed inside. Doubled up with the heater.
Derek Shelton described the Twins bullpen as staggering to the end of this 17-game stretch. Trying to get a little length out of Morris here today.
Ball in the dirt, blocked. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Day off tomorrow, travel day. Get him rested, right?
Get him rested up and ready for Detroit. Taj Bradley versus Troy Melton in Game 1. Then the TBA for the Twins against Framber Valdez.
That's Verlander.
No, against Valdez. The TBA is for us.
Oh.
Verlander's not throwing for us.
No, but he's throwing in that series. You watch. Pitch high and away. Do they have the starter for the third game?
Yeah, Kiter Montero. I think Verlander threw for Toledo
5 days ago.
He might be throwing there today.
So you think you'll have 2?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, if they publish him, I doubt we're going to see Justin.
Fouled back, good cut. Collins.
I would like to. I would hope to.
Yeah. Well, Flaherty started today in Detroit. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off again. But Skubal's at AAA pitching.
Skubal and Verlander both have been warming up down there.
Yes.
Well, they told us it's going to be Melton, Valdez, and Montero. So until we hear otherwise, that's what it is.
Valdez hasn't been pitching too well.
No, and he owes the Twins one.
Payoff pitch. Ground ball. Lee at the shortstop position. Comes up, throws in time at target throw. To Lewis at first base. Nice job. Well, that's all you ask. New position over there, first base. Please hit me in the chest.
Pretty play by Brooks. It's one of those things you always talk about. How's a guy grading out at third versus at short? But as a third baseman, he was lined up as a shortstop on the play like that.
He's playing shortstop right now. In his mind, he is the shortstop. Yep. Jensen swings and misses.
And everyone wants to be a shortstop for as long as they can, just like everyone wants to be a center fielder.
Who was the kid that we had? We drafted. We traded him to the Dodgers.
Noah Miller.
But we had him here.
Noah Miller.
And he said, I'm a shortstop and only going to play shortstop. Tap foul. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Noah Miller he was a great defensive glove guy, but he didn't really have the bat in the minors. His older brother played for the Brewers in Cleveland.
But you're going to hope Mookie Betts is shortstop for the Dodgers. Good luck, 0-2. In the dirt.
Yeah, tough to be a prospect in that system who isn't the guy that they went out and grabbed for.
If you're a first baseman, you're going to unseat Freddie Freeman?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Don't they have a catcher they locked in for 9 years?
Will Smith, and they got a young catcher who's good too.
Muncy's still there at third. Pitch down and away, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
If you want to play for the Dodgers, become a Cy Young candidate, sign, and then pitch in like 10 games only in the playoffs. That's the way they do it. They got like 3 full rotations over there.
Morris trying to get the third out. Swung on and foul, tipped, hung on by Jackson. So Morris with a couple of strikeouts, 3 up, 3 down. Twins coming to the bat. Bottom of the 6th inning trail, 5-1 on your home
for Twins. All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
In baseball, it's important to use your head, but it's not always helpful.
It hit him in the head, and oh no,
That'd be a home run.
Well, Jose, you have company.
And batter beware, the animal is loose.
Can I see that jump again? It looked like Luke Cornett trying to block a 3.
Now, there's top rail, and then there's yelling 4.
He hits him right in the palm of the glove.
It certainly grades an A for effort.
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat.
Oh, somebody's throwing a baseball up there from the Mets dugout to try and loosen it.
Shot up the middle. That's where Hyer Lee is, and he drops the ball. Unbelievable.
And how about a look at some heads-up defensive plays?
Converging, it's Antonacci with the diving play.
And what a rolling grab by Jorge Barrosa.
It's by the pole, and Siri got it! He went up and got it!
That, folks, is the magic of baseball.
Royo on the spin, smother, got him!
Fundy goes behind the back. How about that?
Wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
You're listening to the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Hey, Play Ball Weekend is here, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play. You can visit playball.org. Learn more and sign up for this free events near you today. Let's all play ball. Orlando Arcia will lead off. Twins trailing 5-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cameron back out. He's given up just 1 run, 3 hits. Ground ball, first pitch, shortstop. Witt Jr. across the diamond and a high throw, but big target in Pasquantino over there. Let's step out 10 seconds. Our stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Twins Baseball. That's the benefit of having a big old 6'5" first baseman over there. Kind of reach up. You got a big target. Here's Clemens. Takes a curve that drops in there for a strike. Josh Bell due up next. Missed inside, moved him off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pasquantino, he wears a medallion around his neck. And what do you say his nickname is, Sasquatch?
A Pasquatch.
Okay. Well, it's a Bigfoot medallion. And he wears it around his neck. Shirt opened up. And you were saying in Kansas City when he bats, somebody puts a uniform on or a costume.
There's like a Bigfoot guy who walks around in the outfield. How hot is that in the middle of the summer?
Well, hot. 1-2. Pitch high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In Boulder Creek, where my brother Brett resided, they had a Bigfoot museum.
Mm-hmm. They had the famous picture was taken there.
Yes, swung on and missed. Breaking ball as Clemens strikes out. 7 strikeouts now. But they would also offer tours to people to go out and sightsee and look for this Bigfoot in the Big Basin area.
Did you ever tell Anthony Swarzak that? Because he was obsessed with hunting Bigfoot.
Okay.
That would have been a good winter caravan. You could have taken him out to Scotts Valley there.
Boulder Creek. And then it showed up as Bell fouls it off. It was for sale. So we went and looked at it.
At the Bigfoot Museum for sale?
Yeah, it was for sale.
Oh, I wish you bought it.
No. I couldn't sell that. That's like, I don't know, selling wrestling. Missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That Probably hurt a few feelings downstairs.
I promise you, if you bought the Bigfoot Museum, I would have bought a season pass.
Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. But it had, footprints that they said that was out there, and they made a cast of them. Here's 1-2. High and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, isn't that where the famous picture where he's crossing or walking over the log, and it's like this fuzzy picture? That was Boulder Creek, I believe.
I did go to the one in Washington where Harry and Henderson's film was. Ground ball, Witt, plenty of time, throw across the diamond to get Bell. So Cameron has an easy 3-up, 3 down, ain't another strikeout. We've completed 6, and it is the Kansas City Royals.
Broken bat, drop in, base hit, they've done it again! This time, Cole Young, walk-off win once more for the Mariners! That gum bucket's been getting to work out recently.
Will Smith got the cut fastball, and what a rolling grab by Jorge Barrosa.
Wow.
Barrosa's got another one. Jorge Barrosa. And the Jorge Barrosa show continues in center field here in Arizona.
Guided right side, Arroyo on the spin, smother, got him! Oh, what a play in his big league debut. Good range, great arm, great play.
Testing the limits of the drop. This is way back, and this is 3 in a row.
The calendar flips, and the Tigers start flipping the ball into the seats.
This guy's a great pitcher, just a generational type of talent.
And he is putting on a show. That's his 8th strikeout.
Ball game and the Rangers win. Jacob deGrom, career win number 100.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Hey, have a winning season with Quick Trip's Around the Base contest. Quick Trip and Old Wisconsin, proud partners of Twins Baseball.
You're listening to the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Hey, this portion of Twins Baseball always brought to you by your select Heartland Chevy dealers. Log on to ChevyDealOnline.com. Find the dealer near you. Top of the 7th. Here's more with Chris.
It looks like Cody Lorison is the next man up for the Twins. He'll face Tyler Tolbert, then Lane Thomas, and Bobby Witt Jr. Tolbert, second start of the year. 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. And he watches high for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. He's a speed man. They always have one. Part of their roster construction, they always have a burner. Pitch on the way, and it's hit high in the air down the right field line. Lewis chasing after it from first. Long run. He runs out of room. And the count is 1-1. Nice catch made there by a fan. If you get Tolbert hitting the ball in the air, you're doing what you ought to be doing. Tried to bunt his way on last time. Bunted foul twice, and then got hit by a pitch as he bunted through strike 3. Lee even with the bag at third, but thinking about charging. And this one is lined back up the middle, and there's a base hit. That's just the third hit
double
of the year. Spins around first, and he stops and scurries back to first base as Kreidler got to it quickly.
That's a double. He elected to go ahead and pull up as a single, so with a 4-run lead.
He's stealing something.
He's probably stealing.
Yeah. Well, he came in the game with 2 hits, but 4 steals and 5 runs scored. So now he's got 3 hits. He needs to add another steal. Here's the top of the order, Lane Thomas. 5-1 Royal lead. He bluffs, doesn't go, and the pitch drops in for a strike. Boy, he had a great jump and chose not to go.
And it was a breaking ball, too, that good pitch to run on. Hey, this series versus the Royals brought to you by Royal Credit Union, where people make matters. Financial well-being comes first. Learn more at rcu.org.
0-1 is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2 on Thomas. Muggy day, a little windy, overcast, downtown Minneapolis, final day of the 7-game homestand. Twins are 3-3 on the homestand. Morrison offers and misses wide, and the count is 1-2. Twins struck first. Back-to-back two-out doubles in the fourth, equalized, and then it was a 4-run fifth inning. Now the leadoff man aboard in the seventh, and Tolbert draws a throw, and he stumbles back into the bag.
You know, Chris, he's just one of the largest leads I've seen. And of course, he's so quick. He's quick back to the bag.
Well, he was quick back to second yesterday in the ninth inning, part of the reason they won that ball game. Or is he on the fielder's choice? Thought he had him, didn't. Everybody was safe. Both men ended up scoring, and that's going to be a called strike 3 on Lane Thomas. Kind of a delayed call there from Livensbarger. The 11th strikeout for Twins pitchers today, and there's one out for Bobby Witt Jr. This little fastball ran back on the outside corner. Big hole right side for Witt. Again, speed at first base. Not going, and Bobby takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. Keyshaw played up the middle. Tolbert getting further and further out there. And he draws another throw, and he dives back in. This is Tolbert's superpower. The hits are bonuses. Edging out away from the bag, held by Lewis, not going, and the pitch is fouled away, and the count is 0-2. One out, top of the seventh. Royals trying to win 3 out of 4. Trying to win back-to-back road series here. Not bad for a team that entered 9-21. Worst road record in baseball. Witt swings and misses, and he's down on strikes for a third time today. Morrison fans Witt, and Michael Garcia will be the hitter. He had a 2-out single in the fifth to give the Royals a lead, and then Marte clobbered one into the batter's eye.
We're going to head on down to that farm. How about the minor league update? Saints took 6-4 win over Indianapolis Indians yesterday. Aaron Sabato with 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs, including double walk-off homer in the 11th.
Go ball foul at the third base line. Sabato putting up some numbers. Feels like every time we read about the Saints, it's 11-9, 12-10.
Isn't it?
Everybody's hitting 1,000.
Is it the hitters or the ballpark or a combo?
That must be some sort of a combo. No balls and a strike. Runner at first is Tolbert. Garcia rolls this one to shortstop. Picked up there by Arcia. Short way to second to force Tyler Tolbert, and the inning is done. Leadoff single goes to waste, and we stretch at Target Field. It's 5-1 in favor of the Royals on your home for Twins baseball.
Looks like you appreciate a good squeegee.
Yeah, there's something so satisfying about it.
Excellent corner work.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, looks like one bug didn't get the memo.
There is.
Yep, I think you got it.
Not quite.
Okay, we are going full gladiator.
Woo! Never felt so alive.
Squeegee on, King. Sanex, here for what's ahead.
No outs, 2 on, and look who's coming to the glass, Andy.
Ken, we're in for a treat because Kemp's Protein Plus Milk is packing some serious power. 13 grams of protein per cup. We're talking a heavy hitter.
Plus 50% less sugar.
And it's from Kemp's, a farmer-owned brand with the creamy taste we love. That's an MVP, most valuable protein milk. What do you think, Ken? Hey, save a glass for me. Kemp's Protein Plus Milk. Kemp's, it's the cows.
Let's check out the Pilot Games real impact from this one. When you play Pilot Games, your community wins. The game was tied at 1 going to the 5th. Connor Prelip exited the game after 1 out with a runner on first. in came Andrew Morris. He allowed a 2-out single to score a run from off the bat of Maikel Garcia, and then this.
Hit high in the air, deep to...
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Going through his final paces. An extended warm-up period here for Schreiber after the singing of God Bless America and Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Royce picked up his first hit since returning to the big leagues yesterday with a clean rip single in the 4th. Hit it hard, 113 miles an hour. Jensen throws down to second. Looks like Michael Massey has come on to play at second base. So Massey is at second base, and Lofton is back at third, and I'm guessing Garcia is done for the day with that sore hamstring, trying to get him off his feet. See what Royce can do. Lewis facing Schreiber. Actually, that's Garcia at shortstop now. And it's Witt who is done, as Lewis swings and misses 0-1. So Garcia goes to short. So it's Lofton, Garcia, Massey, Pasquantino around the infield. And you can put Massey into Witt's spot in the order. Swing and miss by Lewis at pitch 1. The 0-1 is lined into right field, right at Tolbert. He'll glove it. And Royce lines out the other way. There's one away. And the hitter is Trevor Larnach. Larnach hitting for Kreidler, which probably means Cody Clemens going back to center. With Larnach the pinch hitter, Jensen's going to come out and have a chat with Schreiber. This is one of the new twists in baseball that always gets me, because we've had pinch hitters for 1,000 years in the game. Larnach was literally out in the on-deck circle even before Lewis came out to hit, so you've known he's going to hit. You know who you're going to be facing before you come into the ball game, but still necessary to have a conversation, a mound visit before the pinch hitter.
Yeah, just a reminder. And then there's some guys, pitchers that we've seen where they'll have the scouting report either in their hat or in their back pocket, so they could actually pull it out and study that as well.
So much more information, so they want everybody informed. I totally get that. As a pitch on the way to Larnach, and it's dropped in for a strike. That being said, there was always a way to differentiate yourself in a very competitive field, a player who was smart enough to catalog that information, understand scouting reports, who they were facing. That's now a skill you no longer have to possess, because they can just hand it to you on a card.
You remember Kurt Schilling in the playoffs with Boston? He used to have a binder, and in between innings when he would pitch, he would come in and fill out some stuff in his binder, or just notes as to how his inning went.
1-1 in the air to left field. Collins races over, grabs that slicing liner, 2 out. Both on fly balls the other way, and here's Keyshawn. The game always moving, always changing, and some of the skills that allowed guys to make the big leagues in the first place and stick around for a long time no longer necessary. The footwork around the bag at second has changed.
Chris, sometimes there's so much information out there. There's certain players, I feel, that you can overload them.
Absolutely.
With too much information.
Absolutely. No question about it. And that's such a fine line to walk. How much? How do you implement it?
Right.
The pitch is taken for a strike. But I do think the player who could mentally grasp all of that, now that's no longer an advantage because you can just have a card and look at it. No balls and a strike. Pitch on the way. That ball hit in the air to center field. Center fielder is Lane Thomas. Each of the 3 outfielders gather in 1 fly ball. And it's a blink and you missed it, bottom of the 7th. Boy, wind out of the sails of the Twins right now.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Oppo Taco. I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. Someone that's just mailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
To feel alone. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Larson still out there. He'll face Marte, Pasquantino, and Lofton. And Marte delivered the telling blow back in the 5th inning, a 3-run homer to center. And he whacks this ball to deep left field. Larnach going back. He makes the catch. Welcome to left field, Trevor Larnach. First one whistled right at him. And he's equal to the task. As anticipated, Larnach stays in the game in left. Clemens goes to center. So it's Larnach, Clemens, Martin across the outfield. Lee, Arce, Keyshaw, Lewis still your infield. Jackson still catching. Pasquantino is the hitter. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Vinny Pasquantino's 1 for 3 with a double. He scored the game tying run in the 4th in front of the Lofton double. Lofton with 2 hits. Pasquantino awaits Laurison's pitch. Pitch clock down near 2 to near 1. Pitch delivered and it's high. 1 ball, no strikes. Celebrate in style and book a Target Field suite. You can enjoy premium views in an exclusive space. Plus, nice cool on a hot day. Making your next game one to remember. Book today at twins.com/suites. Pitch misses in. 2 balls, no strikes. Toy Story Day here at the ballpark. Free ice cream for the kiddos. They'll be running the bases after the game. Special Toy Story jersey. Morrison offers it up, and it's there for a strike, 2-1. One enterprising Royals fan has brought his Royals SpongeBob jersey to the ballpark, and it's blue with like a green slime all over the top of the shoulders. Kind of a cool giveaway look. This one fouled off of Vinny's hands, 2-2. Still can't believe I was this many days old when it was revealed that Dan Gladden nearly owned a Bigfoot museum. Just another chapter in the book. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swung on, cued over the head of a leaping Brooks Lee and into left field. He was lined up at short. Needed a ladder to get that one. Line drive, base hit for Vinny. He's heating up a little bit. 9th hit of the ball game, and here's Lofton. Lofton is 2 for 3. Activity in the Royals bullpen. Twins pen is quiet. (5-1) deficit. Pitch for a strike, a bluff down to first. Pasquatch going nowhere. It's 0-1. Stretch of 17 games in 17 days began with 3 straight wins in Boston. That seems like a lifetime ago. Twins won 4 of their first 5 in that stretch. It's a pitch just off the outside corner. They're going to challenge this.
The catcher is challenging the called ball.
This one might stay a ball. It does.
The call is confirmed. Minnesota has 1 challenge remaining.
1 ball, 1 strike. And then the Rojas injury, and that set the carousel spinning, and that changed everything for Minnesota. They were within a game of 500 when it happened. They're now 6 games under and in danger of falling 7 under. As a pitch for a strike in the count 1-2.
Yeah, but you can't lay it all on Rojas getting hurt and all of a sudden
it was
the wheels.
that time. It was that timing,
Right.
and then the forcing to get. Now you got to get an unplanned 9 innings out of a bullpen, and that's what set all of the churn spinning.
Well, isn't that the game Sim started?
Yeah, and that cost him his role, his job. Now he's in Toronto as a pitch wide, 2-2. And he only went 2 and change, and then everybody else was backed up. It caused Travis Adams to go out and come back, go out and come back. John Klein was there, then he was gone, and he was back. Then Bailey went on the injured list. As pitch wide, and the count is 3-2. So you lost Rojas and Ober to the injured list within a couple of days.
And I understand they filed something with the league regarding those slick baseballs.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Sonny Gray was part of that as well.
And I talked with him about that today. It happened immediately. They just wanted the league to be aware. There's a pitch high, and that's ball 4. He said nothing can really be done about it, obviously, can come of it, but he thought awareness is just important to make sure that it doesn't happen again in any ballpark.
Well, you come into the clubhouse there and you go in the back room there, you see the 2 kids, they're rubbing up all the balls, and they got that special mud, so maybe some blowback with some of the kids that were supposed to be rubbing the balls up in Boston.
And Bailey said he would throw the ball out, and the ump would be like, you can keep throwing them out, but they all kind of look the same. Collins, the hitter, batting left-handed now. Switch hitter from Maple Grove takes a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Catcher's challenging the called ball.
Jackson with 1 challenge remaining.
The call is confirmed. Minnesota has no challenges remaining.
And that's
par for the day.
Yep.
But I would think that, Sonny Gray might be one of those guys that doesn't like the balls rubbed up.
He was upset after the game, too.
Yeah, but he was just following suit.
Check swing for a strike.
Because I think it's, I don't know, he was here. He likes a slick ball. Gets movement on it.
It was also cold and wet that day, so a lot was going on. I think Danny Coulomb was part of that. He pitched that day. Taylor Rogers pitched that day. So there's 4 veteran guys who kind of know their way around a baseball.
It reminded me of, rubbing the balls up that the Brady. Remember with the football quarterback?
Yeah, the inflate game.
He deflated to get a better grip on it.
Allegedly. You get a couple of those footballs for your Bigfoot museum. Pitch wide. Conspiracy Museum. That's what we'll call it. We'll broaden it out.
Are you a Bigfoot believer? Yes or no?
I think we would have found him. I think we would have seen him. 3 balls, 1 strike. I do love it, though. I love that it's a thing. The 3-1 is fouled away in the count 3-2. There were some guys at knuckleheads in my home state of Montana, and there were always rumors because there's a lot of wild country and, a lot of wild stuff out there. So if you're going to be a Bigfoot, a Sasquatch, that's the type of place you'd live. And these guys went out and got like a gorilla suit, and at night on this remote bend in the road, they'd run out in front of cars as a pitch was fouled away. And they would just try to run across the road enough so that the cars, when they stopped at a local hotel or a tavern, they'd be like, hey, you wouldn't believe what I saw. Oh, man. So it would become kind of a thing. These knuckleheads did it and got hit by a car. that ruined that conspiracy. 3-2. Down and in, ball 4. Bases are loaded. So 1 out, single by Pasquantino. Now back-to-back walks from Lorison. There's activity in the Twins bullpen, but the bases right now are full for Carter Jensen. Hard to drum up a conspiracy when your buddy's in the local ER and he's wearing half a gorilla suit.
Yeah. I think I'd have something better to do in Montana than that.
You'd think you would have something better to do. So the bases are loaded. Jensen's the hitter. Justin Lawrence is up in the pen. Pete Mackey's on the mound. We'll go ahead and look ahead. Brought to you by James Hardy. The Twins off tomorrow. Heading to Detroit Rock City. Take on right-hander Troy Melton on Tuesday. And you look ahead to home improvements. Look to James Hardy. Hardy Siding, America's #1 brand of siding. Worth noting, these 3 days, it's a quick in and out, will be the last 3 days without Dan Gladden on the road for a while. Because we are saddling you up for some road trips, my friend. You're going to be in Texas and Arizona. And then you're going to be on the big trip, Houston and New York.
Fun.
It's going to be a little reunion trip. I'm taking some time off. You and Corey will be in the radio booth in Texas and in Arizona. Old times revived as a pitch hit high in the air to left. Larnach running towards the line. We'll see if they send the Pasquatch. The catch is made. They're going to send him. The throw's cut. Sack fly at 6-1. On a sack fly for Carter Jensen to left field. Vinny able to score. Nice throw from Larnach. Hits his cutoff man right in the chest. Nobody else can advance. And they're on at first and second now for Tolbert with 2 outs. So you and Corey on radio for Texas and Arizona. Then you and I will be on the road to Houston and New York. And the best part about you being in Houston is that when Reggie Jackson walks into the booth looking for you, I won't have to explain to him that you're not there. Mr. October loves you. He's always looking for you. He lives right across the street from the ballpark.
Yeah, he walks to and from.
Pitch wide, and the count is 1-0. You'd think it would be New York where you'd see him because memories of him in pinstripes, but he consults with the Astros. And Reggie always looking for Dan Gladden. I started to wonder. I asked him, I said, does he owe you money? Like, what's going on? Pitch fouled straight back, 1-1.
I don't owe anybody money.
How long have you known Reggie? How far back do you guys go?
Oh, back, well, I used to watch him play when he was an A's.
Yeah, Bay Area guy.
So, when I got to the big leagues, I remember he came in and he was, at that age, he was starting to work out, lift weights a lot.
Foul ball straight back, 1-2.
Remember, he came in and told Ken Herbeck, get off that stool, get in the weight room. And Kenny goes, can I finish my hand? And we were playing cards.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Remember the clubhouse guys used to love when he'd come into town because the hat box would show up, and he always wore a helmet in the outfield at the time.
Reggie? Yeah.
And so he didn't have a hat box. In the hat box, you didn't find one of his hats. It was separate because it was a helmet. Runner at first, runner at second. 2 outs, the pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Tolbert. So Lorison gets out of it, picks up a strikeout, but the Royals add a run. It's 6-1 Kansas City. Home 8th next on your home for Twins baseball.
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
It's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft, it's got an outboard motor, it's got a little barbecue, and it's got a hot tub.
Look at that.
I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living.
What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Angels in the outfield? They're everywhere.
The Seattle Mariners have officially found their groove, riding the wave of an amazing run that started in May and has them sailing in June.
And the Mariners sweep the A's.
The secret to their recent success? Power at the plate and dominance on the mound.
Swung on and missed, got him.
The rotation, led by Emerson Hancock, Brian Wu, and Logan Gilbert, has been absolutely electric, shutting down opposing lineups. And while all-star backstop Cal Raleigh remains sidelined, a surge of offensive power has arrived.
A rainmaker to left field. Julio with a bang.
Julio Rodriguez is on fire and flexing his marquee muscle. Throw a locked-in Randy Arozarena and a red-hot Luke Raley into the mix, and you got a lineup firing on all cylinders. Thanks to the run of victories to kick off the summer, Seattle has cruised to the top of the AL West and has the Pacific Northwest rocking. The American League is officially on notice. The Mariners are a problem.
So you can find work that fits your schedule, creating careers and making a difference. Marsden.
You're listening to the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Right under Mason Black is on to pitch. It'll be his 8th outing as a Royal. Spent parts of 24 and 25 with the Giants. 9 games, 8 starts in 2024, just 1 game last year. So Mark Hallberg, who is kind enough to join John Vitas on the Inside Twins program today, probably has the full scouting report on Mason Black. He faces Alex Jackson, and Alex takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. Black, no record, and ERA just a shade over 2. He's out of Lehigh, was a Lehigh engineer. 0-1 pitch, foul away. 0-2. Jackson, Martin, Lee. Twins have mustered only 3 base hits today. A single for Clemens that led to a run in the second. A single for Royce Lewis in the fourth. Also, Keishall had a little nubber infield hit. (6-1) favor of the Royals, and this ball hit high in the air to the right field line. And Tolbert tracking, but that's into the seats. Stays 0-2. Every game has its own energy, and sometimes it modulates throughout the course of a ball game. You know, the building has a collective energy, all the people in it, as the 0-2 is high. And the energy in this one changed the moment the ball left Marte's bat and ended up buried halfway up the batter's eye in center field.
Yeah, that was the turning point of this ball game so far.
Now, the beauty of a game is until that last out's recorded, you have the opportunity to change that energy back. It's the 1-2 hit high in the air to shallow center. Thomas loping in. Massey takes a look from second. It's Lane's ball. Thomas catches it. And that's out number 1. Twins have not had a base runner since the Garcia error on the Kreidler ground ball in the fourth. Twins had 2 outs in the fourth. Lewis singled, sharply hit ball. Then a routine ball that was kicked by Garcia. So 2 on. You're thinking, hey, big opportunity. Keishall worked the count full. He bounced out. And it's been 11 in a row retired now. Martin takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. Mentioned that Bobby Witt Jr. came out of the game. Right knee soreness, they're calling it for Witt. So make sure he's okay. Give him an extra seat on the plane home. Keep that guy's legs healthy. He's as good as it gets. Martin's 0 for 3. Struck out twice looking at the breaking ball. Once it was a changeup, once it was a curveball. Both bottom of the zone. Both against Cameron. Takes the ball here, 1-1. In that leadoff spot today, no Byron Buxton. It's a strike called, 1-2. Hopefully the off day tomorrow. Enough to get his shoulder back in form, and he can play center in Detroit. One of his favorite center fields to play with all that space. 1-2, swung on a missed, and down goes Martin. 3 strikeouts today for Austin. He's really fighting. We talked with him the other day. He's aware that guys are pitching him differently, but He just looks a little stuck in between, Danny. He took a couple strike threes, and he's pulled off some pitches.
Yeah, they're pitching him a little different, but he's also helping him out a little bit. That one was elevated up. Tough to catch up to that.
Brooks is fighting it, too. He's won for his last 25. Batting left-handed here. The one was a big home run, and he hits this ball on the ground as second. A one-pitch at bat. Picked up by Massey, throws him out. And Brooks rolls that one over and ends the inning. That's 13 straight Twins retired by the...
If you're feeling crabby, check out some of these wild and weird moments from around the league.
Since going to tag out Bowers, who had the crab crawl back toward first base.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout?
Of course, catching it is one thing.
Whoa! Go through the 5-hole?
Yeah, it sure did.
Now that's what you call really struggling.
Now let's see some animal instincts on display in the field.
Nico! Behind the back, what a play!
Get a load of this.
Say hey, Austin Martin right. He made an incredible catch!
And a liner caught by a leaping Bobby Witt Jr.
No question about that one.
Robles over, goes to a dive, and makes a tremendous catch.
Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball. Oh, highlight reel stuff from David Hamilton.
How about that?
Bryce Harper will lead things off as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. That one's hit well. Out toward right center field. It is gone! Home run, Bryce Harper. First of the year. It's a 5-3 game. That was a pretty swing.
That's the way you turn on a ball.
I got to believe that felt just absolutely wonderful for Bryce Harper. He needed that.
It's only the 3rd hit in 24 at-bats, but that's 425 feet.
Locations across Minnesota, Iowa, and the Dakotas. Online at radco.com.
Radco, your truck accessories pro.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
It's the top of the 9th inning. Chris and Danny with you as Justin Lawrence is on to pitch. Hard throwing right-hander, trying to find his way here with the Twins, 3rd outing with Minnesota. Lawrence going to face the top of the order. It'll be Lane Thomas. And then Michael Massey is going to be in Bobby Witt Jr.'s spot. And then Miguel Garcia. Lawrence sets. Hard thrower. Funky arm slot. Slides down the mound and flips a sweeper wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Off day tomorrow for the Twins. And again, they need it. 17 straight. And they're on fumes here today. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch wide 2-0. 17 in a row, a test a fully healthy team, but you throw a couple injuries in there, some roster moves, some short starts, maybe some weather delays, had a couple of those, and it becomes grueling. Ground ball, shortstop. Backhand pickup there by Arcia. His throw is true. 1 away. What's that? 3 ground balls, I think, today.
Chris, yeah, that was kind of a grind, but at the same time, you look at the schedules out there. Every team's going to go. Everybody does it.
Yep, everybody's got it.
So, I mean,
that's part of the test. That's why baseball is unlike any other sport, Danny, because you can't just have a good week. You can't have a good week, then rest up and do it again 6-7 days later like football. This is a full 6-7 month grind as a pitch for a strike 0-1. And your depth will be tested, not just at the 26-man level, but at the 40-man level. How did you construct your roster? Who's available when you need people? Injuries in the minor leagues come into play. That certainly has occurred. 0-1 pitch swung through by Massey, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. We're in the 9th inning. Twins are playing their 67th game of the year. The 0-2 popped up. Back of shortstop. Arcia looks up. It's Larnach coming in and calling. Trevor came off the bench today, and he's been busy out there. He catches his third ball. There are 2 quick outs, and here's Michael Garcia. Garcia plated what has proven to be the difference-making run. He made it 2-1 with a 2-out RBI single in the 5th to score Jensen. And then Marte, the dagger, a home run off the batter's eye in center. It's a pitch wide and the count 1-0. Royals add a run on a sac fly in the 8th. 6-1, Twins just 1 run on 3 hits today and not hit a lot of balls hard. Hasn't been a lot of near misses. One of those days. Lawrence finds the zone, 1-1. The Royals started today tied with the Tigers at the bottom of the division, both on 39 losses. Again, we mentioned they're trying to avoid that 40-loss club as the pitch for a strike and the count 1-2. Angels Rockies, the only
the
2
batter is
in.
challenging the call of strike.
And Garcia didn't like that call, so he says, why not? I'll take a look.
The call is confirmed. Kansas City has 0 challenges remaining.
So it is 1-2, but the Royals leading this one. They're on 39 losses. The Tigers trailing the Mariners in the bottom of the 9th by a run. They're trying to avoid being that third 40-loss team. There's a pitch wide, 2-2. Again, a reminder that we should all tuck away for next spring training that none of us know anything about how these seasons are going to go because everybody thought the Tigers were going to run away and hide in the American League Central. We're all clueless until the game actually gets played. 2-2, just wide. Three balls, 2 strikes. I think Beck Way is up and throwing. Made his major league debut here the other day. Lawrence looking for a 1-2-3. And the payoff is taken for a called strike 3. No challenges remaining for Garcia. He hits his head, but they don't have one. And he drops his bat and grabs his glove. A 1-2.
The hit run is on, and it's going to be an unassisted triple play.
How do you go from a triple play to a 2-way star through a bracelet and the babe? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
This story starts way back in the early 20th century.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where are you going? He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before, both across the country and around the world.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Fish, for fans who grew up hitting the lake with the Minnesota Twins on the radio. Download OnXFish for iOS and Android for your free 7-day trial.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Well, there's only one man in the history of Major League Baseball that Beck Way has faced and not retired, and wouldn't you know it, he's facing him right here to start the 9th inning. How's that sound for a dramatic intro? On the surface, it's all true, but the fact is Beck Way's only pitched in one big league game. He gave up a hit to Orlando Arcia, struck out a couple of guys, and Arcia leads off here in the home 9th. Way delivers, and Arcia takes in 1 ball, no strikes. Not nearly as dramatic in reality as the headline made it seem. Trying to stir some energy up here. Twins down 6-1. It's been flat at Target Field today. Is a pitch inside, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to Arcia, who's 0 for 3 in the game. Beckway, long-legged righty, delivers. Taking all the way, and it's ball 3. Here we go. Get some base runners. Warm, sticky Sunday afternoon. Pitch on the way, 3-0, and it's ball 4, and there you go. Beckway still hasn't retired Orlando Arcia. The only hit he's ever given up and the only walk he's ever given up. He now faces Cody Clemens for the first time. Twins are down 6-1. Clemens scored the only run. He has become Mr. Versatility for this club. Started the game in left, playing now in center. And again, his bat right now probably best the Twins have in their lineup is a pitch high. Started slowly, which you can understand. He didn't get many reps because the Twins saw so many lefties early in the year. But boy, Cody stayed the course with his process, the work he puts in, and he is really timing them up right now. Pitch in for a strike and the count 1-1. The key to good offense, and again the Twins, why they have been amongst the top 5 in runs scored, is cycling up those guys who are all swinging good bats at the same time. Pitch down and in. So when Austin Martin's taking his walks, when Trevor Larnach's getting his hits, when Brooks Lee's driving in runs, Cody Clemens is swinging a good bat, that's when the Twins are scoring their 5-6 runs a game. Sometimes you run into a time where, like today, you're scuffling along collectively as a strike called, 2-2. And you've only got 3 hits to show for it. And not very many well-hit balls. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. And this ball is cued to left field. There's a base hit. Attaboy. Arcia stops at second. Kind of a Bronx cheer from the Twins fans. They hadn't had a hit since Royce Lewis's single in the 4th. Royce now moves into the on-deck circle. Josh Bell will be the batter. Josh Bell will forever have a place in the hearts and minds of Beckway and his family because Josh Bell, first big league strikeout for Beckway. And he has 2 career. Whether he gets another one ever or he ends up striking out thousands of guys, Josh Bell will always be that first strikeout on the mantle. It was also the first out he recorded as a big leaguer. Two on for Bell. It's a 6-1 game. Boy, one swing could make things interesting. The pitch to Josh is wide, 1 ball, no strikes. That's what the Twins have done all year long. They figured out a way to take a big punch and then just scratch and claw. They never have taken a 10 count. Danny, you could count on one hand the number of games where the Twins just threw in the white towel and took the 10 count.
Well, they've got a chance right here. And you like it with a young kid. They're trying to get another big league inning out of him, but pitching himself in some trouble.
The 1-0 hit high in the air to deep right field for Bell, and it's gone for a home run. And the Twins aren't dead yet. There's the energy. It's 6-4 at Target Field on home run number 199 in Josh Bell's career. He's going to be the first strikeout and the first home run for Beckway. Hope you stuck around. It's just a 2-run game. Nobody's out here in the 9th inning. Royce Lewis will bat.
And that's going to get the Kansas City bullpen. They are scrambling right now. Pretty swing right there by Bell.
Been waiting on that. And even if the Twins can't finish the comeback, Danny, if that swing can get Josh Bell back on track, that can change this offense. He hadn't homered in what our old buddy John Gordon would call a month of Sundays.
Hey, you talk about the atmosphere here. The players feed off of that as well.
Feel that energy now. He said until that 27th out is recorded, you always have a chance to change the vibe. And Josh Bell did that. Walked, single, 3-run homer, 442 feet to right field. And now it's a 6-4 game with Royce Lewis batting and Larnach on deck. Come on, Royce. Royce is 1 for 3. Hit the ball hard to right last time up. He watches one into the glove, and the count is 0-1. Forces Urseg to get up in the bullpen. The pitch on the way. Swung on and hit to shortstop. The new shortstop is Mikhail Garcia. He picks it up and throws wide of first, but a good stretch by Pasquantino. And Lewis is retired. He's out 6-3. Twins down to their final 2 outs. It's Larnach to bat. Larnach lined out to left, coming off the bench. Ray Bell going deep for the first time since May 18th, his 6th of the year. 199 now in his career. And if Larnach can reach, tying run will be in the batter's box. Bottom of the 9th inning, a late rally from the Twins as Trevor watches a strike. One out, home ninth here at Target Field. Stranger things have happened. This ball lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to drop fair and roll into foul territory. Larnach's going to head for second base. Collins up with it. His throw not in time. It's a head-first sliding double for Trevor Larnach. And the tying run will bat here in the home ninth. Just a little sliced wedge shot down the third base line for Trevor Larnach. That's a double, and that's the end of the day for Beck Way. Matt Quatrero forced to go to Lucas Urseg, and the Twins got a puncher's chance here in the ninth. They're down 6-4. Keishel batting with a man at second against Urseg when we return. This pitching change, it's brought to you by Uponor, a GF brand. Count on Uponor for plumbing that performs. A scoreboard update with Gino next on your home.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Jim Abbott has a no-hitter. 2 outs into the ninth, and he'll have to face Carlos Baerga. And the ground ball is short. Velarde, he did it! He did it! No-hitter for Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott throws a no-hitter and shuts out the Cleveland Indians 4-0.
On. Yeah, I would like to see that. Keishal's going to face Urseg. That Blue Jays-Orioles series, by the way, was fantastic. That was a wild one. 2 teams that are finally finding their rhythm and trying to save their seasons. And they playing with some desperation. Twins playing with some desperation here in the ninth. A walk, a single, a home run. After Royce grounds out, a double for Larnach, and now Keishal's the tying run against Urseg. 11 saves, but he's blown 6. He's 11 for 17 in saves. Pitched the other night, and he faces Keishal. Did not face Luke in yesterday's ball game. And his first pitch is wide, 1 ball, no strikes. Also worth noting, neither team has an ABS challenge remaining. Urseg is 3-3 overall. Throws hard, good slider. ERA is north of 6. And the pitch to Luke is lined into center field. Here comes Lane Thomas, and he'll make the catch for out number 2, and the Twins are down to their final out. And Victor Caratini is going to swing for Minnesota off the bench. So Caratini with Martin to follow, and Vic becomes the tying run. Caratini struck out against Lucas Urseg yesterday, but Caratini also was hit by a pitch, doubled yesterday, and walked. He was on base 3 times. And Caratini has been one of the hotter Twins. He'd homered the night before. Well, here's your battle, Danny. No moral victories. There's not a column for that. But if you can get a base hit here, you're going to keep the line moving. Tristan Gray has come out.
Yeah, Caratini 1 for 4 as a pinch hitter.
There's a big hole on the left side of the diamond, and Vic can use that space. He'll use the whole field. Not a dead pull hitter. And he takes a slider for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Last thing Matt Quatrero wanted to do is have to get Urseg up. Here he is. Larnach's at second with 2 outs in the ninth. Twins down 2. Caratini takes wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Urseg this year, 21 strikeouts, 16 walks. He has been wild. Part of the reason he's no longer the closer. Trying to close today, and the 1-1 swung through. Good fastball at 97, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's got dominating stuff with that fastball. And like you said, you touched on his walks. That's been the kryptonite for him so far.
And that was a ball that Caratini swung on. It started wide and never came back. Or maybe reading slider out of the tunnel. Twins down to their last strike. And the 1-2 bounces, squirts away. Larnach doesn't make third. He kind of goes about 2 steps and then realizes that he's too important to risk it at this point in time. Can't make the last out of the game at third base, so he stays at second. And the count is 2-2. But walk Caratini, let Tristan Gray hit a home run, and let the Twins get their first walk-off of the year. That's how you end a 17-game run. Here's the pitch. And it's taken low, and the count is 3-2. This crowd is back in it. Josh Bell took the paddles to him and pumped some life right back into this building with that 3-run homer. 6-4 Twins trail. Larnach at second. 2 out, full count pitch. Swung on, rolled back up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Here comes Trevor Larnach. He's going to score. And it's 6-5. And the Twins are alive here in the ninth at Target Field. Victor Caratini with an RBI single. Caratini is the tying run at first. Now, you can't run for Caratini because he hit for Jackson. And if you run for Caratini, then Cody Clemens is probably catching if it goes to a 10th inning. Caratini is at first base, and Tristan Gray will be the hitter. And Danny, you're just hoping that Tristan Gray in his head is imagining Twins at every base. He has had some big swings this year, and none would be bigger than one right here.
He's up for the moment. He's a guy that's not overwhelmed by certain situations of the game.
The sliders down and in. He swung over a lot of them. We'll see what Urseg decides to do, but if he leaves that pitch up, Tristan Gray has some pop. And this crowd, those who stuck around from this announced crowd, better than 19,000, they're on their feet now. 6-5 ball game. Twins have battled back. They were dormant, listless, down 6-1 until this 4-run ninth inning. Can they finish? First pitch to Gray is wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Lee is on deck. Switch hitter. He's had a flair for the dramatic. Right now it's Gray's ball game. The pitch. Swung on and sliced over that of the third baseman. Drop. It does. That's a base hit. Caratini stops at second. Tristan Gray loops the ball to left. The tie-in run moves to second base, and Brooks Lee will have a chance to tie this game. The Twins had 3 hits in their first 8 innings. They've got 5 hits here in the ninth. Brooks Lee has had some big hits in big spots. He needs one now. He's won for his last 26. He's the 9th man to bat in the inning. He bounced out on 1 pitch last inning. Come on, Brooksy. First pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. He's one of the guys you like in there in a spot like this.
Absolutely.
Lives for the moment. Tyne runs at second. Infield's back. The 0-1 wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-5, Royals on top. They're holding on for dear life. Twins with a 4-run ninth inning, trying to Mount a remarkable comeback. The 1-1. Swung, missed. Boy, that was a slider down and in. That's the one we were talking about with Gray, and it's 1-2. Twins down to their last strike again.
Take another flare down the line. We've hit 3 of them already.
See what he dials up for Brooks Lee. Outfielders straight away. Infielders back. They're off the line at third, protect the line at first. 2-strike pitch, swung on and fouled away. He was on that sinker at 98. It counts 1-2. Remember, Lee started slowly this year. It was his game-winning hit in the 8th inning to beat the Tigers that really set him back on course. Leads this team in runs batted in. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, left field. Collins racing back. He's onto the warning track, and he makes the catch. Kisses up against the wall, and the Royals survive. Lee flies out to the warning track, and the rally is over. What a spirited rally it was. The Twins end up with 4 runs on 5 hits in the final inning, but they leave a pair, and they lose the ball game by the final score of 6-5. So a game effort for Minnesota, but they fall short. They end up 7-10 in this run of 17 straight games, and they end up 3-4 on the homestand, dropped 3 of 4 in this series.
Somebody help me.